Hello and welcome to Lore Dump. This is the show where we take someone who hasn't played a game or game franchise actually and walk them through the full story with or without honour. My name is Neil, I'm your host this morning and I'm joined by my good friend
Ronan Chase.
And my mortal enemy
Monty.
Welcome back everyone.
Hi.
Today we are covering Ghost of Tsushima, the samurai game from Sucker Punch.
It's not Erika Ishii.
That is not Erika Ishii.
I'm only here for Erika Ishii.
Correctly. They will be appearing in a future episode.
My favorite.
Unless no one watches. Actually, even if no one watches this one, we'll do it anyway. Because frankly,
You're getting it anyway.
It should be clear from our commitment to some franchises, we don't do it for the views.
I was about to say, is this your Yakuza? It doesn't matter how the viewer attention is. We look at the viewer attention graph and go, no, this is for me.
I mean, it's not my Yakuza in the sense that there are only 2 of these games currently. But yes. Not for the views.
And you're doing the DLC as a separate episode, are you?
Yes, the relatively short DLC for this one will be a future episode. And yes, I think we probably will do Yote as well. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I like it.
I also like it.
Yes,
I think that
like
Ghost
it quite a
is
bit.
my favorite, but I like
We
it.
will see. We will see.
Ghost is your favorite of Ghost and Ghost.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yes.
I think Tsushima is my favorite. Yeah.
Are we about to get haunted? Is this spooky?
Wow.
Spooky.
It definitely isn't a spooky game.
Why is it a ghost?
It's about something else, which you'll never pick up. It's quite
It's quite a subtle theme.
Yes. So in 2014, developer Sucker Punch had just published Infamous Second Son, the finale to the trilogy of Infamous games. They're kind of gritty, high-flying superhero games. Was a kind of almost launch title for the PS4, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah,
it was really good.
when we lived together, I bought it, I think.
They were like,
and it was
wow,
good.
particle effects. Look at how many particle effects we can do now.
The
I missed
neon
that
power.
era.
The neon power was so cool.
it looked great. It still looks great. Yeah, pick up Infamous.
We're back in a particle effect renaissance right now. Like the PS5.
I've not played what do you call it, Crimson Desert yet, but it certainly seems like they're having a lot of fun with how many things they can get on screen.
Yeah, and also how many mechanics they can shove into one game.
I can't remember who it was now. I'm sorry. I saw a TikTok reviewer summarize after they're like 100 hours in. They were like, "This is my favorite game of the year, and I have never hated a game more than this game."
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you've not played Ghost of any of the Ghosts?
I've not played any. They've been on my Steam wish list for about 3 years, and I went to purchase them, and you went, "Fucking stop that! Do not do that.
yeah.
You're not allowed. Not permitted.
Now,
Gate kept."
Chase, the I would never say this, but the word weeb has been thrown around, in the comment sections over the years.
I'm not a weeb.
I know you're not. But that's why it might be a surprise to some people that you probably haven't played. Maybe because it's the biggest Western,
I mean, it is the hilarious of people going weeb, and the amount of things that you would traditionally associate with weeb that I just have not or do not.
No, absolutely no. And we're here to defend that today. And
Defend my honor.
this.
Well, I love the fact that we swore after Red Dead 2, after Red Dead full stop, we swore off doing historical epics. It's the reason why we're not doing Assassin's Creed. And yet we're back with easily one of the most historical epics in gaming.
Is it the most epic historical epic?
It's pretty epic in places.
I don't want to sink this episode before it starts, but I think the one thing I learned while doing this, and why I was kind of getting Red Dead 2 flashbacks, was the distinct lack of silly little guys, which is what I've learned we often need to keep a lore dump on track.
Or off track.
So
I mean, you can just give a very serious guy a silly little voice.
that I might come back to you on that one.
Oh, fantastic. Are we getting, what's his name
Bubba.
again?
Because for obvious reasons, I will not be trying to replicate the accents of the actors in this game.
So give them all
but-
Cockney.
This was Sucker Punch, their attempt to do something new after their as I say, their gritty superhero open world games, and they wanted to create a samurai game inspired by classic samurai cinema, particularly Akira Kurosawa. And they decided their next game would be Ghost of Tsushima, an open world samurai game focusing on the first Mongol invasion of Japan. We are in the 1200s, for reference. We are in the 1270s, I think, something like that.
Question for you is, where is this in relation to the show Shogun? Do you know?
Quite a long time before, I believe.
Before,
Because I think the Portuguese didn't arrive for quite a long time after this. I'm not great with dates.
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
I think the Portuguese, the Catholics, I think they were maybe 1400, something like that, around the time they were expanding into other parts of the world. But again, I'm rubbish on dates, so I'm sure someone could correct me. I can relate it to Scottish history and say that we are about 40 years before the Scottish War for Independence. William Wallace was born around the time that this game is set.
Inspired by the samurai, of course.
So where's Ghost of Glasgow?
Ghost, exactly. We need...
I would play that.
Ghost of Dundee.
Prologue. Battle for Tsushima. Flaming braziers.
We're in a Lady Gaga performance.
Flaming braziers light a night scene. Red banners line the road as two samurai ride to join a force massed at a beach. A voice speaks over the scene. The Mongol Empire is invading our home. They are brutal. The warriors arrive in front of a small army. The soldiers bow to the arrived samurai. The voice continues. Relentless, unstoppable. We are 80 samurai against an army, fighting to slow the invasion. Today, I die for my people. We hear the voice again, this time in scene from the younger of the two men, who addresses his elder. There must be thousands of them. Lord Shimura responds. This is Lord Shimura. I think I wanted to give him a kind of... I'm just speaking to myself here. I think I wanted to give him like the grandpa from Braveheart.
What does he sound like?
What's his name?
It's been years.
You've already lost Chase.
I was amused by your first guy was giving Garp from One Piece live action.
Okay, thank you. We will face death and defend our home. He addresses his men. Tradition, courage, honor, they are what make us. We are the warriors of Tsushima. We are samurai. His men all cheer.
Yeah, Tsushima.
In the bay, we can see the assembled throng of Mongol ships. I mean, there are truly many Mongol soldiers landing at the beach. Lord Tsushima addresses one of the samurai to his side. Lord Adachi, go break their spirits. A single samurai lord on horseback rides forth to meet the Mongol horde. No fear on his face, Lord Adachi dismounts and strides through the ranks of foes. Here's Lord Adachi. Outsiders, send your finest warrior to face me.
I love Ghost of Glasgow. I'm not gonna lie. If everybody can be Scottish, I think this is gonna add a really
They're not all
fun new
going to be
twist to me.
Scottish. They're not all going to be, I promise.
The baddies will be English.
Yes. So we've got our brave samurai, Lord Adachi, has been sent forth to do one-on-one combat. To
A
end this
marvelous mustache.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite armor yet. He's got a fur cloak, like a wolf cloak or something.
It's
It's
nothing about his
beautiful.
armor, just that mustache.
Just the mustache. We didn't even see the rest of it. A giant in finely decorated armor emerges and strides towards the warrior. He carries a silver cup. The scar on his face and dispassionate gaze paint a picture of a true warlord. I am Harinobu Adachi, the samurai tells him, descendant of the legendary Yoshinobu Adachi. Without a word, the taller man throws the contents of his cup over Lord Adachi, dousing him. He grabs a lit torch from one of his men and sets the samurai on fire. Yeah.
I feel like you could have very easily I was fully expecting to be like, have a drink and it's poison.
Yeah.
I feel like a guy walks up with a cup is the most suspicious thing.
Yeah.
Why he didn't expect this?
Cheers.
It's kind of on him.
He sets the man on fire. Adachi screams and starts to beat at himself as the flames engulf him before the large man beheads him with one swing. From the cliffs above, the horrified samurai host cannot believe what they've seen, gasping. In perfect but accented Japanese, the man shouts up to them. Now, we're gonna do a bit of editorializing here. I might cut this. I need a strong voice for this character going forward. Have we got any suggestions on an accent that I can appropriately do? Bearing in mind
Peaky Blinder.
He what?
Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, northern, sincerely, northern
I can't
English.
do Birmingham.
Okay.
It needs to be something English.
Newcastle. I think English works
English
nicely.
works. I could do.
Cockney.
I don't associate the Northerners with being. I could do him as a kind of.
No, but like he's also a fucking badass.
Yeah,
I associate that accent with kind of badassery and hard.
I don't think I can do Birmingham.
That's fine. Whatever you want to do.
In perfect but accented Japanese, the man shouts up to them, "Samurai, do you surrender?"
Yeah.
Lord Shimura whispers back. No, you're not convinced.
Yeah. I like it. I think it'll work nicely for
Should
like
I do
epic
more
moments.
RP? Like,
No,
more-
definitely.
Oh my
not,
god,
no.
wait, can I hear it?
Samurai, do you surrender?
See, no, that's too close to Ben Starr for me. Yeah, which is beautiful, but it doesn't.
And we'll make an appearance tomorrow.
Yes.
Ben Starr's actually in the room.
I'm really struggling with this now.
I think your first voice works nicely.
Samurai, do you surrender? He's a sort of Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Villain. Lord Shimura whispers back, "Cowards without honor deserve no mercy. No mercy! Open fire! For Tsushima, charge!" The samurai rain flaming arrows from above, and Lord Shimura leads the charge down the hill. The mounted warriors storm the beach, and we keep close to our lord as we cut through the throng. From above, a fireball strikes the ground in front of our horse, and everything goes black. We wake up, lying on the beach. A Mongol warrior behind us advancing, sword drawn. As we reach for our own katana, Lord Shimura leaps in, killing the man. Lord Shimura grabs our arm. "Jin," he calls us. Jin. "Jin, I need you with me." "We've lost so many," says Jin. "We have to keep pushing. Lord Sakai, even if it costs us our lives. As you command, Lord Shimura."
How old do you think Jin is supposed to be?
30?
30? Yeah.
30.
Like
So-
early 30.
Yeah, so this is our main character, Jin Sakai, Lord Jin Sakai, and his lord is Lord Shimura. Shimura rallies the remaining men on the beach. "Come, we must hunt down the Mongol leader. Everyone with me. More Mongol dogs, cut them down." Jin and Shimura mercilessly chop through the advancing squad of Mongols. The samurai advance along the beach, fighting fiercely up the hill and...
I don't know if you could hear that, listeners, but Neil's dramatic monologue was interrupted by the sounds of my son.
The only man I want interrupting me.
The Babus Humanus.
He's going for a nap in a
The
second.
Babus Humanus. Fighting their way fiercely up the beach until eventually only Jin and Lord Shimura remain. "We are all that's left. There is only one path for us. Find the Mongol leader and end him here. I'll fight beside you to the end," Jin tells his lord. At the end of the beach, they see the colossal man and charge on foot. "I'm ready, uncle," Jin tells the man. "We'll end this together." Another shell strikes the ground between them. It's like a firework missile kind of thing. I think at a time in history when a lot of people in Scotland were living in fucking mud huts. A shell strikes the ground between them, and the two warriors are thrown aside. Coming to, Jin is surrounded by bodies. Bleary-eyed, he sees his uncle held by an enemy with a blade at his throat. Jin's sword is embedded in the sand a few feet away. He stumbles towards him, but an arrow strikes him in the back. Doing his best Boromir, he keeps going, struck again,
No,
before eventually collapsing.
it's not in the knee. He'll be fine.
He passes out. Yeah, 100%. That's a vague back shot.
Oh.
Flaming braziers and backshots. This is a Lady Gaga video.
But only vague back. Can you explain what makes it vague? Like, what's a more direct back shot?
I guess a more defined target. Christ. Page 3. He collapses and blacks out. The giant emerges.
Me too, after back shots.
God. The giant emerges, cutting down wounded and dying soldiers around him. He kind of carries I'm sure someone will tell me the real name for it, but it's a kind of double-edged halberd. Like, he's so huge, he's got this huge spear with two double-sided halberd. He comes to a stop in front of the captured Lord Shimura. "I am Khotun, cousin of Kublai, grandson of Genghis." So his name is Khotun Khan.
Genghis, not Genghis? Have we just been saying it wrong all this time?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Genghis Khan.
Genghis. Cool.
Genghis Khan, I think. I believe.
That's fine, yeah.
I'm sure people will correct me if I'm wrong. He puts his hand on the shoulder of the bound and kneeling samurai lord. His face isn't unkind either. He's got Koten Khan. You don't see anger in his face or hatred or anything like that. Brother, you're a warrior. I can say that. You've trained your whole life for this. And you have won battles that lesser men have called unwinnable, yes? He lifts Shimura's katana off the ground. But while you were sharpening your sword, you know what I prepared for today? I learned. I know your language, your traditions, your beliefs, which villages to tame and which to burn. So I will ask you once again, samurai, do you surrender? Lord Shimura does not respond, a kind of steely defiance on his face, staring intently at Koten with a bead of sweat running down his head. Koten Khan raises the blade, swings, and the screen goes dark. Lying motionless on the battlefield, impaled by 2 arrows, is Jin. Sword just in reach. We get a prompt, press X, and a wind blows through the scene, leaves fluttering above the young man. His fingers twitch and form a fist. Or press X, and a wind comes through.
Press X to wind. He's a good villain, Koten Khan. I love that idea of like, I've just learned about you. That's how I'm going to defeat
I've come
you.
here, I speak fluent Japanese, and I know everything about you. I know that you will send one of your strongest soldiers to fight me one-on-one, and I'm going to set him on fire. Because I don't care.
Is it right to say perhaps that even though he lacks honor, there's respect?
100%. 100%.
Does he lack honor?
But he set the warrior on fire. He didn't do one-to-one combat.
I would say he
It's honor in a
doesn't.
different
I would
way.
say he doesn't care. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
It's kind of it's the theme of the game, isn't it?
Jin opens his eyes. He's bandaged and there's a fire beside him. He's away from the beach up on a hill. He's still wounded. He stands and stumbles towards a nearby village. His armor's missing and his sword. How did I get here? He wonders. He looks around, seeing the village in flames. Weaponless, he steals towards the nearest house, realizing someone must have saved him. Maybe they have the sword. Jin hasn't yet learned the power of sneaking and just about manages to creep past a guard into the house. Inside, he finds his broken armor. It's better than nothing. Outside, Mongols are slaughtering the locals. A young woman in a red kimono sees him staring and shoves him back into the house. Back inside, now. How are your wounds? Can you run? I think so, says Jin. Where's my sword? Not here, the woman says. They hear an advancing Mongol warrior. I'll take care of this. Please, hide. Jin hides. Meanwhile, a Mongol warrior enters the house. The woman pretends to be frightened and cries, Don't hurt me, no! I have some rice. Please take it. While the Mongol is rummaging through her stuff, she comes up behind him and fucking kills him with a dagger.
Nice.
Yeah, she's awesome.
This woman is called Yuna.
Like, well, I am very hungry. And my hunger makes me very distractible.
Unboiled, my favorite.
Crunchy.
Unwashed. The angry Mulan man is coming for me.
So this is Yuna. Y-U-N-A, Yuna. You want your sword? Follow me. She begins to teach Jin the power of sneaking, a thing that a samurai lord has never had cause to think about before.
Jin, you will become the Ghost of Tsushima by teaching you the power of
Crouching.
Crouching, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, samurai, not ninja. You know, he's
Yeah,
he's going to go up to the one-on-one combat and get set on fire.
Yeah, I don't want to say that he's basically medieval police, but, you know, basically a medieval cop.
And now he needs to become a medieval CIA agent.
There is a real approach, and I think it's one of the things that makes this such a lovely game. And there's so much I love about Ghost, but it's the reverence, I think, for the time period. I mean, to compare it to the way I think I pitched it to you when I think you played it before me, but I was talking about why I also loved it, is that it's that Ubisoft Assassin's Creed style of open world.
Yeah.
But it's been like curated so well that you just don't mind.
Well, yeah, we'll maybe talk a little bit about the open world as we go, but it is just like, even when Ghost of Yote came out and people were like, okay, you know, like it's maybe more of the same, it's still the best example of that like big open world action game map I've ever seen. It's like the best tweaked version of it, and we'll maybe talk about why. But yeah, I totally agree. So yeah, these two creep through the destroyed village together. How long was I out? Jin asks. Long enough for the Mongols to conquer half the island, Yuna says, which presumably isn't very long.
Yeah.
Hiding behind a
About
fence.
10 minutes. Maybe 15.
Well, it's a real place, Tsushima, isn't it?
Yeah, Tsushima is I don't know the word for it, a collection of islands off the mainland of Japan.
Oh no, have they now been subjected to weeb tourism?
Presumably.
They absolutely have, but they also lean into it. They named something, I can't remember what it was now, I wish I looked it up beforehand. They named something after the game of Ghost of Tsushima. I think they named a mountain or something fictional, or they've absolutely embraced the fact that the game has brought tourism to the islands.
Yeah.
It's great.
Hiding behind a fence, they see a group of soldiers kill a woman in cold blood. This way, she says. Yuna says. There's nothing we can do for her. But I could save the others, says Jen. Lord Shimura was with me on the battlefield. The Jito? Yuna says, forget him. Wait, Jen says, Lord Shimura is my uncle. You're Jin Sakai? She says, the Jito's nephew? Staring in amazement at him. I have to know, Jen says, did he survive? I think so. The Mongols took him prisoner. Where did they take him? East, along the coast. This is towards a place called Castle Canada. Knead, not Canada, which I knew would come up if I didn't.
Take it to a strange place called Canada.
They speak French there for some reason.
What's French?
We're all playing some strange game on knife shoes on the ice. Big sticks. They keep hitting each other.
So they've taken him to Castle Canada and must be holding him inside, celebrating their victory. We could take them by surprise. You'll be killed, says Yuna. Or I'll rescue Lord Shimura, then help him drive the Mongols into the sea, Jin says. He can then contact the Shogun and call for reinforcements. I didn't nurse you back to health to watch you throw your life away, Yuna says. Why did you save me? I couldn't leave you to die, she says. I need your help. But Lord Shimura can help our whole island. He's the only family I have left.
I needed you, strange man who I didn't actually know was an important person until 2 minutes ago.
Well, she knew he was a samurai. And he was the only samurai, it seems, who survived the battle.
Any samurai will do. I just need one of them.
Yeah.
Anyone.
They see groups of armed raiders on horseback riding across the scene. She says they've been riding across the whole island, taking slaves, killing the weak. Surrounded by the screams of dying locals, Yuna and Jin manage to avoid the patrols. Yuna teaches Jin how to climb on roofs, and we Assassin's Creed our way across.
Is this just better Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Well, so yeah. The thing is that the when Ghost was coming out, one of the kind of takeaways from people who saw like early footage and stuff was kind of, people have been asking for Assassin's Creed in Japan for like a decade now, and Sucker Punch just said, fine, we'll do it ourselves. Yeah. And sorry, Assassin's Creed, better than you ever did.
Yeah.
And then Shadows came out and was a game.
Yeah, it was there.
It was certainly a game.
Yeah. You got to feel bad for the Shadows team releasing the same.
Trying so hard, yeah.
But don't knock it, because I'm pretty sure they got an excellent Attack on Titan expansion.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
I didn't know that.
Low poly Titans.
Really
Weird as fuck. Anyway, Jin turns to her. You climb roofs. You scavenge battlefields. You're a thief. When I need something, I take it, Yuna explains. Like my katana? I traded it for food and medicine. You what? Don't worry. We'll find the buyer, get your sword back. We have a long ride ahead. Take whatever supplies you can carry. This is someone's house, Jin says. we loot the house for supplies. Yuna says she sold the katana to a man named Toru, but it looks like the Mongols got to him first. His house is ruined. In the rubble, Jin finds his katana. He draws it and takes a deep breath. Memories of the past suddenly flooding over him. A young boy kneels in a field of red leaves, that same sword in his hand. His eyes are closed and he speaks to himself. I am Jin Sakai, nephew to the great Lord Shimura, and I am no coward. He stands and swings his sword in a great arc, slashing and slicing at nothing. A younger Lord Shimura is revealed to be behind him, and he speaks. Your enemy is no match for you, but you still lack control. I was practicing with your father's weapon. Jin bows and presents the katana to his uncle. The sword of Clan Sakai has saved lives and ended wars. Lord Shimura notices the bruise on Jin's face and touches him gently. Who did this to you? No one. I will teach you to defend yourself. Young Jin is like choking back tears by this point.
I'm gonna teach you to kill your schoolyard bullies. Somebody bullies you in the schoolyard, put a fucking sword in them.
I know how to fight. To master your blade, you must first control your emotions. I can do that, Uncle. Show me. Let's see what you've been practicing. We get a sword tutorial fight with wooden swords. We learn quick attacks, heavy attacks, stab attacks, dodging, parrying. It's truly a buffet of button pressing.
Did you write that?
The two are cute, cheeky but respectful. And Jin asks his uncle if he needs to catch his breath, old man.
He just decks.
Clothesline.
Shut
I just taught you how to fight. Will you repay me?
Yeah, a fucking kid gave you that bruise. Who the fuck do you think you're speaking to? Thank you for the lessons, Uncle, Jin says. We are not finished yet. Jin Sakai, will you honor me with a sparring match?
Is that not what we were just doing?
No, we were doing light attack, heavy attack.
And now we're going to chain them.
I wouldn't want to hurt you, young Jin says. If you're that confident, let's make it interesting. The first to land 5 strikes gets to choose dinner. I hope you like octopus, Jin says. Shimura laughs and the battle begins. Yeah.
I love octopus.
Little does he know I do.
That's what I was going to choose as well.
Before we eat, I have one last question. For generations, our families have lived by a code. Tell me the virtues that guide us. Loyalty to our Lord, control over our emotions, and, you know this, to fight bravely and uphold the legacy of Clan Sakai. Those are your father's words. What does honor mean to you? I guess, protecting people, the ones who can't fight for themselves. You have a good heart, but first we must show everyone we serve our Lord with courage, integrity, and self-control. You say that like it's easy. It's never easy, Jin. I struggle with it every day, but we must set an example for our people by remaining true to our code and to ourselves. That is the meaning of honor.
Remember, Jin, conceal, don't feel, don't let them know.
Back in the present, a Mongol soldier sneaks up by Jin, but remember, he's remembered his training session.
Light attack, heavy attack.
He snaps back to reality, raising the sword above his head and dispatching the man in a couple of strikes. Good, you found your sword. Now where can I find a horse? The stables aren't far. This way.
Where can I find a horse? Well, the Mongols are here. They're famously horse people. There's probably a shit ton of horses everywhere. Just take any of them.
Yuna and Jin head out back and find a horsey. Seeing a force in front of the stables, they crouch down. We can get close, Yuna says. Slit their throats and kill them without a sound. Without honor, Jin says. I will not break my code.
Do you think the horses can also sneak? The horses also crouch down. Do you remember this?
No, what do you think this is? Metal Gear Solid?
Box over the horse. Jin comes out of hiding and speaks loudly. Face me, invader! He kills 3 Mongols who stand in his way. In the distance, we hear screaming. We can't save everyone, Yuna says. I'm done running, and I can finally help, says Jin. Jin kills some more Mongols and rescues a man with a baby in his arms.
Oh.
This Keiji, who says, thank you, my lord. They said all the samurai were dead. Do you have somewhere to hide? I heard Golden Temple might be safe. Go, stay off the roads. Guard your son with your life. The man runs away. You risked your life for them, Yuna says. They couldn't defend themselves, and I can't let more of our people die. They're not the only ones who need you. My brother, the Mongols took him, Yuna says. That's why you saved me, says Jin. Taka is my only family, and Lord Shimura is mine. Please, I just want my brother back. He promises that he will help find Taka after they save Lord Shimura. He promises. They get the horses. We choose a horsey. We get to choose the colour of our horsey and the name.
What colour do we go for?
I think he's a white horse, and he's called Nobu, which means trust. And there's also a famous restaurant.
Called him Roach.
Roach. He suits you, Yuna says. Together, the pair ride across the country to Castle Canada. Shut up.
They're crossing the border. Better hope they got their passports.
And a boat.
They're holding your uncle inside. The walls are too high to climb. We would need to cause a distraction and sneak in. No, says Jin.
Canada putting up walls? That's more of an American thing.
No, says Jin. We walk through the front gate.
I love him.
We walked through the front gate.
I watched everyone die, but I'm not losing my... Even though there are ways to very, very easily avoid this, I refuse.
Koten Kan set fire to our best swordsman. He humiliated my uncle, butchered the warriors of Tsushima. I'm going to repay his kindness. By repeating the same mistakes that got your friends killed, Yuna says.
Yuna, this is the prologue and I haven't learned my lesson yet.
That's what the Mongols will think, Jin says. But this time, I'll strike first. Wait to hear until I finish them.
I'm still the warrior of Tsushima now. I need to become the ghost. We'll get there.
Jin arrives at the
We've
front.
not had a title credits card yet.
I'm glad you noticed.
You don't know how right you are.
Jin arrives at the front gate and shouts as loudly as he can, I've come for Lord Shimura! And this is where we get introduced to a mechanic called standoffs, where basically when you arrive at a Mongol camp or fort, you can basically walk out into the open, press a button, and Jin will go, Mongol dogs, face me! And a band of them will line up. And they'll have a standoff.
In a line.
Yeah. Not quite, but like same idea. Like there'll be, so he'll like have his hand as if it's on the trigger, like on his katana as it's sheathed. And if you time everything right, you will like instantly kill the first one. And then you can time something else to kill the second one. And it's like it's a way of being honorable and calling them out. And
Awesome.
yeah, it's very cool. Jin slaughters the lowly soldiers at the gate honorably. You did it. Yuna says, don't sound so surprised. So they make their way through the castle, the pair of them working together. The Mongols start firing more of those flaming fireworks, and it's all getting a bit silly, and Yuna tells them they can't keep going on like this. So he tells her to keep the path clear that they've covered so far, and he's going to push ahead and find Lord Shimura. When he finds him, they'll need a quick escape, so get the horses ready. If I'm not back soon, he says, ride for the forest. Yuna leaves, and Jin marches on alone.
There's a 100% chance that they're going to find Shimura, and Khan's just going to fucking kill him right in front of him, isn't he? He's going to be like, oh, you like fucking honor, eh?
I'm not saying anything.
Fuck yeah.
Cutting through the new and exciting enemy varieties as he goes. Jin
Like sword Mongol.
big
bow
one.
Mongol.
Big one. Yeah.
Mongol on a horse.
Big
Shut,
bastard.
this
Large
one has
Mongol.
a shield.
This one has a gun. Are we in the period that has guns yet?
No, that's the sequel.
Yeah, that's
Finally arriving at the bridge to the main castle. So the castle's really cool. It's kind of like some of it's on a main cliff, and then there's a bridge over, and the main castle's kind of on a second outcrop, high, very high above the sea.
I hope you like bridges, Chase.
I love a good bridge.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism, it's just the
No.
way they designed the castles.
Yeah.
It's
I
always
mean,
awesome.
the
No bridge will ever be the Bridge of Elden, but you know.
There is so much movement in this game, and quite a lot of the best looking parts take place out of cutscenes, so it's quite hard to capture. But this is just the best looking.
I sincerely
like,
think that this might be
AAA game.
one
It's-
of my favorite openings. Kind of, it's well up there of all
We
time.
are like 15 minutes in right now
Yeah,
to the gameplay.
The prologue is just astonishing.
Oh yeah. Like I think it's pretty much like 7 or 8 minutes until he wakes up at Yuna's house.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. So he finally arrives up the bridge to the main castle, high above the sea. Jin stands alone. Koten Kan! He calls. The gates creak open. And here comes the big man.
The big man.
I am Jin Sakai, nephew of Lord Shimura. He wipes his sword clean on his arm. I've come to avenge his honor. Koten Kan laughs, and the gates creak open wider to reveal Lord Shimura, bound and held by guards. Your uncle has told me much about you, Jin Sakai. I will show him his nephew, broken and humiliated, begging to join the Mongol Empire.
I want that armor.
Oh, that's great, isn't
It's
it?
not really. It's
great.
It's good fucking armor.
Yeah, you're tall enough for it. You're not as
Wide.
he's quite a wide man. is Koten Kan. Jin begins to rush in, but stops when he hears his uncle say his name, almost pleading, Jin. Koten Kan laughs. This is your time, Lord Sakai. In the middle of the bridge, the two men clash. Come here, little bird. Your uncle is watching. Submit, Lord Sakai. I'll slit your throat, says Jin. Jin may be a formidable warrior to the assembled soldiery, but he's no match for the great warlord. Swinging his enormous double-sided halberd, it smashes into us again and again. Koten lowers his weapon. Enough! Surrender! Show your uncle how easily he can bring peace to your home and save yourself. In response, Jin slashes across his cheek with his blade. Eyes suddenly fill with rage, and the Kan grabs Jin by his throat and throws him from the bridge. The screen goes dark, and we
dies.
hear Jin's voice off screen. I failed. Again. Flashback. Jin's father, dressed in the Sakai clan armor, is on the ground, pulling himself towards his son. Jin, help me. A man with a sword walks towards him, and Jin closes his eyes in terror. He's a little boy here. Closes his eyes in terror. A voice speaks over the scene. May your death benefit all beings. The man kills Jin's father. Sometime later, Jin is bowing in front of his father's armor. Tears. A woman enters. She's like Jin's caretaker when he's a little boy, and her name is Yuriko. Young master, she says, it's time. I'm coming, Yuriko. The whole island has come to mourn your father. Can't you just send them away? You must face them, Jin. You are now the master of Clan Sakai. We walk through the serene home of the Sakai family. You're not alone, Jin, Yuriko tells him. Your father is the wind at your back. Your mother, the birds in the trees. And uncle, he asks, he will tell you at your father's pyre. Thank you, Yuriko. We head out into the courtyard. Ranks of men and women stand in front of the house and bow. Jin ascends up stone stairs leading to the funeral pyre.
Do we know, / is it important why his dad just got killed for the benefit of all beings?
No, that and we won't know that at this game.
At all.
We won't. His father's death is here as his first failing, as Jin's first failing. We will not go into more detail about it, really. We'll go into detail about his relationship with his father, but the death is something that is I'll say it now, it's DLC.
Okay. So we will get there.
You will find out.
And it's good stuff, but it would just be a distraction from the main plot really, if we did it here.
For the benefit of all beings feels like a very prominent line to just be like, and we'll address that in a DLC.
Funnily enough, in the original cut of the game, that line isn't there. It gets retroactively added to the director's cut after the DLC came out.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure anyway. I'm going to cut that in case I'm wrong.
That makes sense.
So people are standing waiting to pay their respects to their young lord. As Jin ascends the stairs, a woman steps forward, whose name is shown to be Masako. If you ever need guidance, she says, Clan Adachi will help you. So the man next to her is Lord Adachi, who got burned and his head cut off at the start of the game.
So they won't be there to help.
Oh. Maybe she will.
Well, there's a few years for him to do something.
Yeah, he's a little kid here, yeah. A man in white steps forward. This is Sensei Ishikawa. Your father protected the people above all else. A true samurai. At the top, Jin meets his uncle. I couldn't save him. I was a coward. Lord Shimura speaks firmly, but not unkindly. Jin, you are a samurai. He died because of me. Your father fell in battle saving his only son. His reward is a warrior's death. Now you will carry on his legacy. He holds out his father's katana to him. He puts a hand on Jin's shoulder. Your father resides within this blade. He is always with you. Tomorrow, you will come to my fortress as my ward. Today, say goodbye to your father. Back in the present, Jin stumbles onto the beach below the bridge and falls to his knees. He stares at the clan symbol on his sword. Father, how do I save him? As if in answer, a wind blows over the beach, and Jin looks up, head turning in the direction of the breeze. He heads over the nearby hill, a curious melody playing over the scene. As Jin heads into the forest, he hears Yuna ahead. Jin, what happened? I found him. I could have saved him, but the can was there and I failed my uncle. At least you're in one piece. I swore to protect this island with my life. Now the Mongols have stolen our home, killed our samurai. You've forgotten what it's like, Yuna said, to fight someone stronger than yourself, to feel weak. Sometimes when you're staring death in the face, you have to do whatever it takes to survive. The Khan expects to fight a war against the samurai, Jin says. He will anticipate our every move unless we find new ways to surprise him. That's how we'll save my uncle and retake our home.
She sat there like, yeah, no shit, that's what I've been telling you this whole time.
But when a man has the idea, suddenly it's new.
You can point about your fucking honor, you piece of shit.
We see that the Khan has sent bands of riders across the island, hunting the young samurai lord. So Jin suggests splitting up, but she says they're not leaving each other's side until they've saved her brother.
So to say, like, I know that you failed to get your uncle, but like, My brother's still on the table. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
100%. We can reorganize those priorities,
Like,
right?
We made a bargain.
Was that conditional on the saving of your uncle, or just
I
like the
got you
getting
there.
to, or like the just getting to your uncle? Like you fucked that part.
Yeah, I feel like I did my job. So Jin says he needs to find some allies across the island. True warriors like Sensei Ishikawa and Lady Masako Adachi. Together they can help. My brother can help too, says Yuna. Once we save him, you'll have the island's best blacksmith in your debt.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a title, so... and he wasn't at my dad's funeral, so he's probably not important. Get him fucked.
He'll make whatever tools you need to save your uncle. Like something to scale castle walls? Jen asks. You dream it, Taka can make it, she says. Where are they holding him? He was captured near a town called Ketchi. So they are going to ride there and look for him. Taka won't last long in a Mongol cage. Renewed with fresh purpose, our pair mount up and nod to each other before setting off. Jin flies over fields and through forests on his new mount, exploding into a field of white flowers as the credits play. Sucker Punch presents Ghost of Tsushima.
Iconic opening.
Because he died, and he's come back to life.
I feel like we need to tell you now. You've nailed it. He's dead. He's dead.
Where's the applause button?
Yeah. This is a wonderful opening, and like as you're riding over fields, Jin will like just naturally the animation will be there for him to like run his hand over tall leaves and stuff as you're riding through the world. There's some very cool stuff.
I want to touch grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of the open world, that was indeed the end of the prologue. In terms of the open world, it is, there are icons on the map to go to, but they're not all revealed to you via the map. There's this sense that the world is aiding Jin, that the island is aiding him. So I mentioned the wind. The wind is basically your directional tool instead of a mini map. So when you're heading somewhere, you can swipe up on the touchpad and a gust of wind will blow across the scene and direct you. You can see which way the trees are blowing and that's which way you need to go. There's also like golden birds fly around the island. And if you follow one, it will lead you to something cool.
Inspired the animal idea.
Yeah, there are foxes. And if you follow a fox, it gets all excited, takes you to its fox den. There's usually some cool stuff happening around there, and it'll do a little dance for you, and it'll be really happy.
And you can pet it.
There's it's a lovely natural feeling. It keeps the screen clear, and you just get the sense that Jin is following the island in some way. Act 1.
Get sidetracked at every little fox.
Oh, it's
every little
honestly,
bunny.
it's very easy. Both of the games, it's very easy just to lose hours just running around following animals and wind, and it's satisfying every time.
One day he will make his assault on Canada, but for now, fucking about in America.
Yeah, boy. Jin gallops after Yuna and finds her just south of the fishing village of Ketchi. He hears her voice from afar. She's standing over a dead body. You handled that well, Jin says. I should have heard him coming. Let myself get distracted, she says. These people saw Mongols marching prisoners upriver. They had a blacksmith with them. Your brother? Sounds like it. They were taking him to a camp near the Canada Inlet. They get off on their horses and gallop off to help Yuna's brother. Hard to believe I might see him soon, Yuna says. He's lucky to have you, Jin says. He might disagree. That's what siblings are for, Jin says. What about you? Any brothers or sisters, she asks. Lord Shimura is my only family. What will you do when he's free? Take a breath, because then I'll know there's hope for our island. You feel that strongly? I've watched him win victory against impossible odds. And after your brother is free, what then? Honestly, I haven't had time to think about it.
He's a good bean, Jin, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's
a pretty uncomplicatedly
just a good man.
Good boy,
yeah.
yes.
If you had a little drawstring in the back, it would just be, Lord Shimura is my only family, and I must retain my honor.
Honor. She tells him that he rides a horse well. Jin chuckles and says his uncle taught me that samurai masters his emotions, like you master a horse or a blade. That's a hard way to live, says Yuna. It's not supposed to be easy, says Jin. The Mongols have thrown together kind of wooden fortresses across the land, and they realize the only way to sneak in is through a gap in the wall. If something goes wrong, says Yuna, they'll kill the prisoners, so we have to go in quietly. Like thieves, says Jin distastefully. What's wrong with that? Before the samurai, Jin says, this island was ruled by criminals. We changed that by creating order and delivering justice in the open. We live by a code of honor, and sometimes we die by it. Warriors like my father just wanted to give us a safer home. I want the same thing, says Yuna, but we have to fight back. I promised my uncle I'd never break our code. Then bend it, Yuna says, to save my family. What's left of yours? She talks a little bit about her brother. They've both been through a lot together. But basically she reveals that she started stealing to provide for them. They just had the two of them, but it was that or starve. She didn't have a choice. Jin says, I didn't choose to be a samurai either, but going against my instincts, my code. Can't do it. Jin is immediately forced to go against his samurai code and sneaks through the camp, killing Mongols stealthily, sneaking up from behind. The first time he does it, it's this really grisly scene where you first get the assassination. You kind of sneak up behind one and he doesn't die straight away. And you get this really grisly scene of the two of them like rolling in the mud and Jin's like stabbing him and he's just like,
sorry, I'm usually used to doing this more honorably.
I've never done this before.
This is really sneaky.
Please.
Returns to Yuna.
Please die.
I am never doing that ever again. Credits roll.
As the Mongol dies, Jin turns over tiredly and sinks back into his memories. He and Lord Shimura are hunting a bear. See, he did learn to crouch before. They're tracking the bear. What do you think, Jin? The bear's running with a limp, says the young boy. This is when a beast is most dangerous. Remain alert. I didn't think bears lived here. They don't, but the fighting in Yarikawa drove some this way. So it's the rebels' fault, says young Jin. We should feed them to this bear as punishment. Oh, we're not barbarians, Jin. Tracking the bear down, they find its body. We got him. Careful, he could still be alive. That arrow should not have killed him alone. Look, uncle, there's a gash in his side. Not from an arrow. Suddenly, Lord Shimura is attacked by an assassin, but fends off with a deep lunge and kills the assassin. An assassin from Yarikawa. Traitor, says Jin. You would stab the Jito in the back. Jin is enraged and makes to slash at the man while he's down. Lord Sakai, control yourself. We are not criminals like this man here. He tried to kill you. He must answer for this crime with his life. Look him in the eye and teach him a samurai never acts out of anger or fear and take his life with honor. Jin
stared him in the eye as you slit his throat. Watch the blood bubble.
Jin approaches the man and calmly slashes across his chest, killing him instantly. When we fight, we face our own enemy head on. And when we take their life, we look them in the eye with courage and respect. That is what makes us samurai.
And the thief stood there going, this is a good lesson. You can kill me. Just character building. I'm happy to be.
Could you have gone for the head, please? Please go for the head. Is he 10? Oh my god, this seems wrong.
He said like, sorry, I've never done this before. Slash. Oh no, sorry. Slash. Oh no, sorry, I missed the jugular. Slash. Sorry.
Back to the present day. Please die. Please die. Jin opens his eyes. He's covered in the blood of the Mongol who lies gurgling next to him. Jin, what's wrong? Says Yuna. They free, while they're in the camp, they haven't yet found Taka, but they do find a Straw Hat Ronin. And the Straw Hats have been hunting Mongols across the island. He hasn't seen Taka, but a lot of prisoners move through here.
How Luffy coded.
The Ronin are awesome.
The Ronin are great, yeah. I think, bro, please correct me, anyone in this room or in the comments, but I think you can think of Ronin like more like mercenaries than being tied to a specific lord.
I think they're traditionally, they're kind of samurai-ish. Just
yes.
Like,
and some, I think, ex-samurai as well. Like after your clan was disbanded, you might become a Ronin.
Roaming.
Yeah, roaming. Well, that's what they're doing. They're roaming Ronin, and they're
Roman Ronin.
Yeah,
they're Straw Hats.
Yeah. So the Ronin mentions the slavers moving slaves through to Azamo Bay. So Taka might be alive there. The town is surrounded by walls, though. Rushing in without a plan will only put him in more danger. I have a friend, says Yuna, who might be able to get us inside. Find him. The sooner we rescue Taka, the sooner we save my uncle. So once again, she tells us that Taka, I swear to God, he's really good. He'll be able to make whatever you want in a forge as soon as we save him. But after that, me and Taka are leaving the island, she says.
It's like when you're trying to recommend a friend for a job.
Yeah,
like, I swear he's good. I swear. Yeah, you would say that.
I know he's really good. I know that I said he's going to help, but we are leaving the island. So, he's not actually going to help.
Yeah.
You know, maybe for like 5 minutes before he goes, but you know.
Well, Jin is offended that she's leaving the island. He says, you've seen what the Mongols are doing here. We can stop them. help us fight for our home. Home, she says, is wherever Taka and I go. My friend lives in the Azamo prefecture on the border with Tsutsu. I'll find you there. I know this isn't easy, she says, going against your code. I did what I had to, says Jin. Thank you.
Are we getting like a whole Japan open world? Is it not just the islands?
No, this is Tsushima. He's not the ghost of
Japan.
Mainland Japan.
Where's
Don't be ridiculous.
Wait, what prefecture? Didn't she just say that she's leaving?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm leaving. Meet me there.
No. It's a prefecture in Tsushima. Azamo Prefecture is just a region of the Tsushima Islands.
Got it.
It's kind of classic, at the risk of kind of pulling back the veil here, it is classic kind of video game stuff. You get biomes.
I see.
Yeah, they're all
north
a little bit
of the
different.
island is snowy.
That's the forest biome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the snowy bit's the miserable bit where it's like, I don't want to run.
Everything's on fire. Yeah. Meanwhile, at Castle Canada, Koten came to talk to the caged Lord Shimura. Just remember how they both speak. Lord Shimura, you deserve better than this. Convince your people to stop resisting and you can walk free. Stop wasting my time. Kill me. You think you've lost everything, but your nephew is still alive. Lord Shimura is stunned at this. Jin, my men control the roads. They build war camps near your towns. They see everything, and they will find him. Lord Sakai will fight until his last breath, as will I. You love him, just as you love your people. You're a father to them. Will you abandon your children? I won't make them your slaves. And we cut away.
Notably there, Uncle Shimura did not say Lord Sakai will win.
No. That's sort of a secondary goal to fighting bravely.
Fight to your last breath. If you win, that's also nice.
Jin decides to go looking for Sensei Ishikawa, who was one of the folks at our father's funeral. We hop over to his house. It looks like there was a struggle here. We find kind of blood, arrows everywhere, and it wasn't a recent fight, Jin. The blood's all dried. In an outhouse, we find hiding away Sensei Ishikawa. He has his bow drawn, preparing to meet a stranger coming through. Don't move, he says. Sensei Ishikawa? Lord Sakai's boy. You survived Komoda Beach?
Lord Sakai's boy. I believe you fucking mean Lord Sakai.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Put some honor on my name.
Disrespectful shit.
Yeah, bow, motherfucker. Yeah.
Bzz, honor.
You survived Komoda Beach. You could have used your bow, Jin says. I was on my way when bandits attacked me. Were you expecting them to return? A samurai is never caught by surprise. I'm sorry about Lord Shimura. He was a good man. He's alive, Jin says. Taken captive by the Mongols. Then there's hope, Ishikawa says. That's why I've come. Help me save him. I can't. My student is missing. A skilled archer, Ishikawa says. I will help you to look then.
Yeah, perfect. I'm collecting some Avengers.
Fantastic. Yeah. I need side quests.
I've been collecting adventures, and so far you seem like you're not going to be very much use. So you're a student. I'll go with them instead.
Here's a better look at Sensei Ishikawa.
Ishikawa
So
slaps.
he's the bow master. He's got a long bow and he's scary good with it. So we head out into the forest together to track down his missing student. He asks us who else made it out of Komoda, but Jin doesn't know. Are there any others that can fight back, Ishikawa says, besides us? I don't know yet. You better find out quickly, Ishikawa says. He's quite a brusque man, is Ishikawa. He's quite there's no frills. He can be quite insensitive. So Jin offers to help track his student, but Ishikawa says he needs no help in tracking Tomoe. So Tomoe is the name of his missing student, which
Cool.
I kind of don't really need to remember. For anyone listening who likes this game, I have not written to completion most of these side quests. Just one in particular, really.
They kind of dominate playtime, really, don't they?
Yeah.
Like story-wise, the side quests, which is a great for the game. It's
You'll
a great
find
way to
out
weave it
from
in.
the one I did cover. It's like, there's
They're
a
in
lot of
depth.
steps to them.
So Tomoe is not one of our Avengers.
Well, no. They're tracking the student Tomoe. Jin is surprised. That's a woman's name. From what clan? No clan, says Ishikawa. A peasant. She can outshoot any samurai I know, even you, Sakai. Last time I saw you was 10 years ago, Jin says. You came to study with me. You remember? I remember most of the students I reject.
Oh!
Instead, and Jin is really offended by this. He's like, instead, you chose this peasant Tomoe as your student.
The only people who matter are people with titles. Fuck the peasants.
You showed promise, Ishikawa says. She is a prodigy. Several Mongols stand in their way, and we bow and arrow them. We dispose of them easily.
Quick, Jin, bow and arrow them.
They fight like drunk tanuki, Ishikawa says, which I looked it up. It's like a kind of dog gopher thing.
Have you never seen a tanuki?
No.
I fucking love tanukis.
Yeah,
Wait,
have you ever seen Tanuki? I live in North Glasgow.
Yeah, but there's Mario's Tanuki suit.
I'm kidding. I've not played.
Is that his raccoon suit?
Yeah. It's a Tanuki suit.
I got my first Nintendo console when I got a second-hand Switch off of you about a year ago. I have not.
Is that a year ago? Jesus.
I don't know when it was. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, no, they're like the red panda of the raccoon world.
Excellent.
Cute.
So, cute dummies who think they're tougher than they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that describes the Mongols.
Excellent. Now shut the fuck up. I'm moving on.
So he says they fight like drunk Tanuki, and thank you, Chase, for giving us context. They fought well enough at Komoda Beach, Jin says. Even Tanuki can catch a tiger when it's sleeping, Ishikawa says. So they keep tracking through the woods, trying to find Tomoe, and they find the seed of an ambush, but no one died, and they find there a Japanese quiver. A gift, he says, to my greatest student. They fear that Tomoe would never leave that quiver behind unless she was captured. To what end, Jin says? Interrogation, torture, worse. They may be doing the same to Lord Shimura. Fear is a weapon, Sakai. Do not let the Mongols use it against you. So they find a nearby fort where they think she might have been held. They sneak in together, Jin showing off his new sneaky, dishonorable moves.
Look at my stealth kills.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not working again. Sorry.
There is a sense that Ishikawa doesn't really care that, care as compared to how someone like Shimura might care, about maybe slightly sneaky tactics.
I like to think that Jin is desperately looking for his approval the entire time, and he's just like, no, it's fine.
He gifts us one of his nice bows that we can use, and we get our archery tutorial.
Is it the one from the cover?
I don't know.
He's kitting out our cover.
Can't remember. But yeah. Jin says a bow like this might have helped him at Komoda, but Ishikawa says it is a good bow, but victory is won by warriors, not weapons. You haven't seen the Mongols' fire weapon, Jin says. They have not won yet.
Haven't seen the Mongols' fire weapon. They walk up to you. They put gasoline on you and they light you on fire. Their fire weapon.
We do get a clear look at it later, but the weapon at the start is, I think they call it a hwacha, which is like a big wooden block with, dozens of fireworks lining up and you line it and you can shoot it like a big RPG. So the gates open to the fort. Jin and Ishikawa ambush the patrol. This may be 13th century Japan, but bright red fire barrels are already in use, so we blow them up and dispatch the rest with a blade. Not bad, Sakai. Ishikawa pants. There are more inside. They head inside the fort, capture it, and they find a pile of corpses, a really grisly scene, and prisoners being tied up and used for target practice. Ishikawa finds Japanese arrows clearly being used by the Mongols for practice. Ishikawa notes that no Mongol could fire Japanese arrows so accurately. They find everything really tightly clustered. They find Tomoe's kimono. The Mongols freed her, but why? And these Japanese arrows, they are Tomoe's arrows, Ishikawa says. You're sure?
Oh no, she's a Mongol.
They allowed her to use a bow. Ishikawa realizes that his student Tomoe was teaching the Mongols the way of the bow.
No.
Yeah. They find a survivor who says that there was a woman caged with them, but the Mongols set her free, gave her armor and a bow. She killed my wife, the man says, and many others.
Ugh.
So, yeah, pretty
She's
dark.
got no honor.
Yeah. Tomoe won her freedom. Ishikawa says she joined the Mongols. Why would she do that, Jin says. What happened? I pushed her too hard. Pushed her how? What are you hiding, Sensei? I demand an answer. So it turns out that Tomoe had actually attacked. Tomoe was the one who attacked Ishikawa when we found his house destroyed. Oh. And the two of them are going to go on a hunt together to find her across the world. And in return, Ishikawa is going to help us.
What did he do?
Find Lady Masako, he says. If she's still alive, she's one of the finest warriors on the island.
I think Masako's my favorite.
Agreed. Agreed.
She's cool.
Sorry, we keep jumping objectives. Did we ever save Taka?
Not yet.
Okay.
So
and now we're not doing Tomoe. That's a side quest. Now we're on to her.
That is the game. You spin a lot of plates at once, and eventually you go back at different stages.
And I will say,
Lordy,
of the side quests, so Taka is main quest because we're rescuing Yuna's brother. This is really the only side quest you need to remember anything about going forward. Jin goes to Adachi Manor in search of Lady Masako. He enters the grounds of the estate. Clan Adachi's estate. Lady Masako should be here. Lady Masako! Warriors of Clan Adachi! Is anyone here? However, no one responds. Jin investigates the manor and discovers obvious signs of a struggle. Someone forced their way in. A naginata, used by the women of Clan Adachi. They fought to defend their family. They were trying to escape. Past children through the windows. Several bandits jump out of one of the houses. Kill him! Jin defeats them easily. Where is Lady Masako? Who are these men? Not Mongols. Not really bandits. I need to find out what happened here. So it's Japanese men that attack him at the estate.
Rival clan, maybe?
If anyone survived, they may have fled on horseback. Better check the stables. An arrow flies past him, but Jin repels it with a deft sword blow. Lady Masako, he says, it's me. An older woman emerges from the darkness. What shall I make Lady Masako sound like? Jin Sakai? They said no samurai escaped Komoda. My husband? Jin looks down. Lord Adachi died a warrior's death, defending our home. I can see your face, Jess. You disagree that he died a warrior's death.
At a warrior's death.
It was toasty. How can I put this? It was
he smelled delicious.
He didn't die chilly, I guess.
He was roasting in the fires that I'm sure he is still in to this very day.
Jin says he died defending our home. Masako is kind of cynical at this. Our home. Why have you come? The Mongol Khan has captured Lord Shimura. If your clan joins me, we can save my uncle, avenge your men.
You promised me 10 years ago.
Clan Adachi, she says, is dead. Massacred by our own people. Like, literally, her whole clan has been killed by Japanese people. That sounds like a really racial thing, but it's not. In the context of this game, it's important that it's not the Mongols that did it. Traitors, Jin says. Why would they kill those swore to protect them? I intend to find out, she says. I'm coming with you. No, do not set aside your concerns for mine. The family of samurai are my concern, Jin says. I know what it feels like to be the last of one's clan.
Is this game going to end up being Pampered Rich Boy learns that the rich people are actually the baddies?
No, there's a lot more going on, I think.
I feel like there's so much, why would the peasants do this to their controllers and their lords?
Yeah, we don't know it's peasants that did this, just to be clear in this case. But it's definitely about him learning about the greys of the world.
Yeah, it's his growth. It's more moral absolutism isn't always cracked up
He's been raised by Mr. Samurai, law is all the
law.
I was just thinking there that I do love bits of this. The game's not the story's not revolutionary, but I just love bits of the writing, and I like how Jin is written, almost like even though he's lived here his whole life, like he's a fish out of water. It's so many but why would that doesn't make any sense to me? And it's like, well, of course it makes sense to anyone who's actually like...
Yeah, you would have to... you stole food so your brother could eat?
It's like, how out of touch are you? It's so good.
What do you mean you don't have 4 servants cooking your every meal? Changing your clothes, wiping your ass.
Masako, I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but my dad died 10 years ago. You did make a promise.
Yeah. So... Masako explains that the men who jumped out were waiting to finish what they started. The night her husband and sons rode off to feed the Mongols at Komoda Beach, assassins came to her home. Her sister took the children and fled. She stayed with her son's wives to fight the attackers. They were outnumbered and she was the only one left. For me, she says, it wasn't over there. She buried them with the rest of the family. She tried to save them, but assassins caught them on the road, cut them down. My sister, my grandchildren, even little Natsu. She was just born. All I could do was bury her with her mother. This never should have happened, says Jin. My sister should be buried with her husband in the north. But at least she is with family. Come, we ride for the Golden Temple. Jin says she's sorry she endured this all alone. I'm not alone, she says. The killers are still alive. They will pay for what they did. She says every moment the killers walk free brings her shame. You can't blame yourself. but it is my duty to punish them for it. They ride up to the temple, the Golden Temple. Masako says, you'll have to go in without me. Find a monk named Sogen and tell him the fate of Clan Adachi. What are you plotting, Lady Masako? Indulge a grieving widow, she says. Once you've talked to Sogen, find the armorer. She's repairing something for me. I want you to have it.
What are you plotting? I feel like I've been telling you that for the past hour and a half. I'm going to kill all them. That's what I'm planning.
I'm going to kill the fuck out of them.
Fucking listen to me. Sneaky. That's how a thief operates. That's not with honor.
So the Golden Temple acts as kind of our hub area, or one of our hub areas. It's really, really pretty. And this is where people we've rescued and refugees from the war, kind of the place kind of grows over time.
It's where the man at the beginning, right, with the baby. It's where he's
exactly. We find him right here when we come here. We find him, and we can upgrade our gear here. And a peasant tells us that people across the land have started donating supplies to support his cause. So the people of Tsushima are donating what little they can to support Jin's efforts. He enters the temple and finds a monk at the threshold. This is Junshin, who we will meet many times throughout this story. Lord Sakai, he says, it is an honor. Are you in charge here? I think of myself more as a servant, my lord. Please call me Junshin. I made this temple a haven for our people. I'll spread the word. He tells us that Sogen, the monk we're looking for, is sweeping the temple. Thank you, Junshin. Continue your good work. Are you Sogen? He says, finding the man who's kind of sweeping the temple. I am Sakai. A samurai? Alive? I have a message from Lady Masako. Clan Adachi was attacked. She is the only survivor. The Mongols, Sogen says. Traitors, our own people. How horrible, Sogen says. Has anyone suspicious passed through this temple? A group of armed men. Not that I've seen, but he kind of points at his brush and he's like, my duties keep me really busy. Tell Lady Masako she's welcome to take refuge here. Thank you for your time. Of course. We see the man and baby we rescued earlier. They made it safe. He says they don't have much to offer, but people here will do anything it takes to help. We head to the armorer. Lady Masako sent me, Jin says. She said you were repairing something she wanted me to have. This armor, the armorer says, it's one of the finest sets I've ever worked on. Let me get it. She brings the samurai armor and Jin puts it on. What's that sound? What's that, folks? Could it be the return of Swing or Miss? Newly updated animations.
Is this now, instead of a web swing, it's a sword swing?
Fuck you for stealing my bit. Yes, 100%. This is the return of Swing or Miss, everyone. Which, before anyone says it doesn't work because we're not swinging anymore, we are swinging a sword. Correct. We are not getting tired and running out of ideas. So first up, we have the broken armor from the start of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's classic.
We're missing a kind of shoulder pauldron thing.
It's fine as a starting armor. I do feel very baffled that a lord of a fucking clan who continuously notes how he's a nepo baby has... God, I feel like I'm really leaning into just hating him for being rich.
This could be a part of it.
Has shit armor. Kind of really generic.
This is obviously after the fight, so he's muddied and missing
even so,
parts,
look at it. It's very I scrapped together all my savings to afford this, and not I'm a rich prick.
Yeah, I don't care for shoulder pauldrons anyway. Kind of as a rule, I mean, I understand it's obviously traditional and it is the look, but any armor that doesn't use them always goes up a point for me.
Yeah, cool. And now, the armor we've just put on, which Lady Masako got for us, the samurai armor. This is its base, unupgraded form.
It's better.
Yeah.
I feel like for the supposed greatest armor he's ever worked on, I don't think he's worked on much armor.
Well, this armorer is at the start of the game, to tell you. Now, here's the thing.
I feel like I'm comparing every armor ever to Khan's armor.
Oh, boy.
And until it starts feeling comparable, either that or his dad's armor, because I am a slut for a helmet with some deer
with
antlers.
Deer horns.
You did raise an interesting point, which is that at the big fight, the biggest fight of their lives at the start of the game, he is not wearing his dad's armor, which maybe will become a thing. And this is the same samurai armor, fully upgraded.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic. Thank you for playing Swing or Miss.
I'm very interested in just as I don't know if you have an answer for this or whether this is just like traditionally kind of Japanese samurai armor has a lot more like of the woven pieces and a lot less like metal.
I assume it's good at catching blades. I can only assume.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm not absolutely not an expert.
I feel like I'm so used to like European armor that's very, we're covering you in every inch of metal that we can so the claymore doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
I love when they have like Oni masks like they do here. He's got
Also
like a mask.
that,
Yeah, really cool. Really cool.
And this is recolored as well. You can get lots of different armor dyes. You can really customize your look quite well. And that is
Recolored to match the background.
that's what I missed. Good to be back.
Yep. Who won?
Are we doing a winning thing now?
The listeners won.
Oh, there you go.
You're welcome, listeners.
I don't think we can say that. So we return to Masako and say that thank you for the armor. It fits really well. She says it belonged to her eldest son, Shigesato. It's an honor, Jin says. I spoke to the monk. What did Sogen say? He offers you refuge in his temple. So, she says, my family's killers know where to find me. We need to move. You think Sogen is behind the massacre? Masako is dry. He visited my home just before the assassins. That little bastard was their scout. That doesn't prove his guilt, Jin says. No, but it earns my suspicion. Sogen arrived at the beginning of autumn. From a vantage point above the temple, they spot Sogen leaving the temple in a hurry. So as soon as he had that chat, he's basically thrown his broom aside and run away. We hear like peasants coming up to try and talk to Sogen, like, please, wise monk, we need food. And Sogen's like, it is not your hunger, but your attachment to food which makes you suffer. But we haven't open in days. Go and ask Master Junshin, he says. So he's clearly a bit of a shitty monk, and they're following him he's just a shit monk.
We're hungry. You don't need food. You just think you need
Exactly.
food.
It's not like con artistry or anything, is it? He's just a bit bad at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. He's. I think this scene is making him out to be. He's maybe not a great person.
Right. Okay.
So Masako reveals that she sent Jin in there to talk to him because she knew that Sogen would panic and make a mistake. Now he's leading us right to his friends. Tracking Sogen through the woods, they arrive at a rundown old inn. Masako's alive, Sogen says. She has a samurai with her. And inside there's a bunch of bandits and killers, and we confront them, pull a sick double face off. So we both do the kind of like sword in the sheath thing and time it and both cut down people. After killing the men, they confront the monk Sogen. You helped destroy Clan Adachi. I was only a messenger. For who? Knowledge does not end suffering, he says. Masako comes in and goes, you know nothing of suffering.
Knowledge does not end suffering, but my fucking sword will.
I buried my family, Masako says, one by one. It took days, but I'm going to leave you for the wolves. We need him alive, Jin says, to tell us who he serves. Our world has changed, says Sogen. Men of vision rise to face it, and those in the way must be removed. They were children, screams Masako, and just like again and again hacks him in the face.
She's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Please die, please die, please die.
Oh no, Masako knows what she's doing. So she just cuts him to bits, basically, and they're both standing there soaked in blood. He was never going to talk, she says. Still, says Jin, we need information. There has to be something we can use. They search the house, finding a couple of interesting things. One, a list of names and with a clan symbol on it. A rival clan, Jin says. Are they moving in to take control? But neither of them have ever seen this symbol before. We have to stop them. I will, says Masako. You cannot do this alone. When my uncle hears of this, he will not rest until these traitors pay for what they did. Help me, and we will bring down everyone who hurt you.
God, he's very nobody's problems are as important as mine.
Well, he's no. I would say he is deeply offended by this, but he genuinely thinks the best way to do it is if we get Lord Shimura to help. He's like, I can't do shit, but my uncle's big and tough.
I know this is unrelated to the Mongols, but like, once I get my uncle, and then once he deals with the Mongols, and once he deals with everybody else's problems, I'm sure he will have time to get to yours.
Masako does appreciate this, though, and she says, when you need help rescuing him, I will be there. I'm not going to go into too many of these, but we also have across the world, we have tales where we can meet a storyteller called Yamato who wants to tell us, we'll get into a new region and you'll be like, oh, hello, Jin. have you heard the tale of the magical mystical thing? And he'll tell us it, and we can go do that quest. And these can be for like legendary items, or in this case, he wants to tell us the tale of Shigenori's heavenly strike. Another warrior came through here earlier asking him to tell the tale before Jin arrived. And when that man didn't like the answers, he flew into a rage and killed a bunch of people. Jin needs to hear the story so he can track down the man. The man begins to play his stringed instrument and tells us the story. I'll do a voice for this one. When Tsushima was first settled, a strange and terrible thunderstorm swept across our island. Wherever lightning struck, beasts of lightning appeared. These violent creatures tore through villages, causing death and destruction. Moving too quickly to be stopped, the people knew only one man could possibly stand against the lightning beasts. Shigenori, the fastest swordsman in all of Tsushima. Shigenori never lost a duel. With years of practice, he had created the Heavenly Strike, an attack that struck quicker than the eye could follow. Shigenori lured the creatures to a desolate beach in Komatsu, where the sand would slow their movement. The clash turned the sand to ash and bleached the leaves of the trees white. Shigenori's heavenly strike cut through them faster than they could move. As the final beast fell, the storm cleared and Tsushima was safe again. Shigenori began a life of seclusion. Few students found him, and only the bravest and most skilled proved worthy of learning the heavenly strike. When a storm approaches, a sword is placed on Shigenori's rest by a student who knows of its location to ward off attacks from beasts of nature. When the story is done, the musician tells us the previous man was last seen chasing a woman into the woods nearby. Powered by the wind, Jin gives chase. He finds her nearby. She is shaken and says that many others have been slaughtered. She knows who he is as well. Yasuhira Koga. Jin's heard of him. He used to fight for the Yarikawa clan. We've heard Yarikawa be mentioned a couple of times before now in relation to a rebellion that happened a long time ago. As they track the man through the forest, Jin explains that... Oh, here we go. Thanks, Neil. Cutting myself off. Jin explains that after the Yarikawa rebellion was put down years earlier, the clan was dissolved and all the retainers dismissed. The peasant woman says that Koga was gone for years, but when the Mongols attacked, he returned. Rescuing another peasant, Jin and the woman are informed that Yasuhira Koga is working with the Mongols, and he is staying in a nearby watchtower, but last night they argued. The man could only make out one word, Shigenori. Jin searches to find white leaves, like those struck by lightning. He also finds a painting of a dueling ring. He's clearly looking for someone. The man is clearly looking for someone that can teach him the heavenly strike. Jin leaves in search of these trees. Turns out the dueling ring is on the coast, where Koga has kidnapped an elderly master who can show him the move. Jin knows that this cruel man cannot learn a technique like this. As we head towards the coast, a fierce lightning storm explodes across the sky. Arriving at the ring, Jin finds a sword and a pool of blood. Behind him, Yasuhira Koga emerges from the rain. "The butcher of the rebellion," greets Jin. "Time hasn't changed you. You were a child when Yarikawa burned, boy. For 15 years I dreamed of cutting Lord Shimura to the bone. You won't live long enough to face him. The old man taught me the legendary technique before I killed him. Let me show you." With lightning striking the ground around him, the men lunge at each other. Koga is fast, but Jin is a quick study. Avoiding his lightning strikes, Jin learns the technique himself, striking through the man's defense with one quick slash. Koga falls quickly and is struck by lightning and bursts into flames. The heavenly strike couldn't save you, says Jin. So the heavenly strike is basically a special move you can do that uses up some of your bar. And it's an unblockable strike. Yes.
It's a good example again of how like the open world, there's very little in the open world that feels like a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a full story and you get an incredibly useful move that frankly helps big
100%.
time with boss fights. Or new armor or new dye. None of it feels like you're getting like a level 42 sword that's got a +2 power boost. None of that bullshit.
Absolutely.
It's all just fun stuff. Mainly cosmetic.
Having learned Shigenori's heavenly strike, Jin finds the old master who was killed by Koga, and he pays his respects and he buries him. He promises the old man that he will use the technique to protect Tsushima against all who would harm it. There's some other actions you can take. with the touchpad. So Jin has a pipe. I don't know the word for it, but it's like a wooden flute. And you can pull it out and play it at any time, play different songs on it. And Jin can also bow at any point. So if you bow to a grave or something, you'll get a little response from the world. Like the wind will blow up around the grave and flower petals will blow up around Jin. Almost like a kind of appreciation. Nearby, Jin finds a decimated Mongol patrol. He guesses this might be the work of the Straw Hat Ronin. Tracking them into the woods, Jin finds a straw hat and is ambushed by a Mongol. Before he can react, a man cuts the soldier down. Recognition flashes across their faces. Jin, the man asks, Ryuzo? You look like a scarecrow. You've looked better too. And then they do the classic angry with each other. A smile breaks out and they embrace. They're clearly best friends. They do the kind of cool guy, you've looked better yourself. Come here!
Big cock handshake.
Yeah, so this is...
Watch the WWE episode, everyone.
So this is Ryuzo. Can I have my hat? So you're a mercenary now, Jin asks him. Professional warrior, Ryuzo corrects. Maybe you could help me. I'm looking for your leader. He died on Komoda Beach, Ryuzo said. You were there? I lost a lot of friends. We all did. We can avenge them if we work together. Help me save Lord Shimura. Ryuzo doesn't look sure about this. He's alive? He's like really surprised. The Straw Hats are hurt and starving. I can't ask them to risk their lives for one man. Even if you can name your price, Ryuzo considers this. My men might be interested. Yeah, there he is with this cool hat. Your men? I look out for them. Someone has to. The two boys fight off another ambushing patrol. Ryuzo is a skilled fighter, clearly on Jin's level with a katana. After a grueling fight, Jin compliments Ryuzo. His form has improved, he says. You've managed to grow a beard, Ryuzo says. Straw Hats can't save your uncle. They're starving. Jin offers to help. Take me to your camp. Along the way, the men catch up. They haven't seen each other since the tournament years ago. Some Straw Hats recruited Ryuzo after his performance there. Jin asks how it was he didn't see him at Komoda Beach or before. Ryuzo says that Jin was probably busy with samurai generals. He was sharing a drink with his men. Jin says he could have used a bloody drink too. Jin asks Ryuzo...
Could have used a gin. Hey! I've been waiting for a place to use that joke.
For fuck's sake.
No, it was good.
Jin asks Ryuzo what he wants in return for helping save Lord Shimura. Free sake for life, he says, and a place to drink it in. Be serious, Jin says. I know you want more than to be a mercenary your whole life. It's been years, Jin. Things change. At the camp, Ryuzo introduces us to his men. Jin explains the plan. Invade a nearby Mongol fort and steal their food supplies. Easy. Ryuzo lends us a set of straw hat armor. He says that we don't look as handsome as him, but it's not bad. The plan is Jin will sneak into the fortress, locate the food, then signal the Straw Hats to storm the gates. After this, they will support the effort to free Lord Shimura. Ryuzo tells us, just remember who's in charge of the Straw Hats. Jin sneaks around the fortress.
Yes, me.
Yeah, me now.
I am a lord.
Have you got a lord in your name, bitch? Jin sneaks around the fortress, taking out sentries. He opens the gate and the Straw Hat Ronin charge in, together taking out the soldiers. Bad luck, no food stores here. Ryuzo has found a letter, but he can't understand it. Jin says if it's in Chinese, he should be able to make some of it out. Since when do you speak Chinese? Since I had to read Sun Tzu. Ryuzo scoffs. The letter says it was only a temporary depot. They've taken supplies offshore. Ryuzo says it would be crazy to think we could storm their warships, but Jin has a plan.
Is that the art of war, Sun Tzu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Never interrupt your enemy while he's making a mistake, etc.
Or when he's doing a lore dump. Sorry.
You would think
Neil nearly spat out his coke.
you would think that that's an important enough book that they would have, Japanese translated copies, and he wouldn't be having to read it in the original Chinese.
Was there book printing? Was there printing by this point? I know it was.
There wasn't printing, but there was certainly scribes.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Especially for somebody who had connections to a lord.
At this time, monks in Scotland were fucking doing one book every 10 years.
They were
Okay,
making
that's because they are-
Buckfast. That's what they were doing.
They were doing that. That's also because
That's
they were
in
fucking
England.
having to write,
Shit.
50 swirlies around the letter T.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Is Bucky English?
Buckfast is made in England.
No,
it's
you're
just the
lying.
national drink of Scotland. It's made by monks in England.
I
I'm fairly
don't
sure.
believe you.
Google
I'm
it
gonna
quickly
Google
while we're doing this.
What do you mean it's not made by somebody,
Wait, hang on. We've
in
all
an
got
alley
our
in
phones
Google?
out Googling now.
Buckfast tonic is not made in Scotland. It is produced by Benedictine monks at Buckfast Abbey in Devon. Now, I will say that is Google's AI response.
It is true.
So I
though.
don't believe it.
It is made in England, I'm afraid.
Gutted.
Raining fire down on the Mongol docks, Jin and Ryuzo steal a small rowing boat in the confusion and row out to one of the great Mongol ships. Sneaking on board, they make short work of the cute crew. Ryuzo confesses he still hasn't gotten over to losing to Jin at that tournament all those years ago. Jin didn't know he bothered him so much. You should have said something earlier. Life took us in different directions, Ryuzo said. Anyway, it was a long time ago. They locate the food, but oh no! A nearby ship rains fire down on them and sets the whole boat on fire. The two men have to jump into the sea to survive. No food secured. Ryuzo is very bummed. He promised his men supplies and he's gone back empty-handed. Jin promises they'll find another way. How many men will I have to lose before then? Ryuzo says. Jin did manage to find a map on board which might show Mongol supply lines. Ryuzo begs us to hand it over. He needs this. He says we'll have his back at Castle Canada. We hand the map over. The men smile at each other and go their separate ways. Time to catch up with Yuna, the broken blacksmith, this quest is called. We arrive at Yuna's friend's house in Azamo Bay. Inside, we can hear them arguing. Keep quiet, Yuna says. You want quiet? Don't ask me to rile up people who drink horse blood. I wasn't asking, Yuna says, not after Komatsu. There was a misunderstanding. That was a scared sake merchant trying to wriggle out of trouble. And it worked. I offloaded that sour rice water, and you have to look over my shoulder for a month. You're paranoid. You owe me, Kenji. Ugh. Jin enters the house. So this is Kenji, Yuna's friend that she mentioned.
A weird little guy.
Taka's counting on us, she says. I love the kid, but this work is too dangerous. It will never work. We'll make it work. This the samurai? You can call me Lord Sakai. Forgive me, Lord, he bows. I am Kenji, upstanding merchant, renowned sake brewer, and the best swindler on the island, Yuna says. That's why he's going to help us rescue my brother from Azamo Bay. Kenji says the town is a fortress. If the Mongols took it, you'll need an army to penetrate the walls. Or, says Yuna, a single delivery of sake. It'll never work. Get your sake ready. We'll discuss the plan on the move. Let's have a drink first. Talk this through. Now, Kenji. They leave the house. Kenji prepares his cart and loads it with sake. When we get close to the town, you can hide in the car with the sake. The Mongols won't search it. Not anymore. It's the same sake delivery I always sell them. They love my dars, they call it. Dars. Give dars now. You've been doing business with the enemy? I keep the Mongols drunk and they let me keep my head. All set. You sure you want to go through with this? Anything for Taka, Yuna says. How bad is the occupation here? A few people fought back. The ones left alive are prisoners or slaves. But you never saw Taka? No. But someone's been working the forge there for the past few days. It must be your brother. How long have you two known each other? Since I was too young to know better, says Yuna. I was just starting to brew sake. Sold Yuna my first batch. Tasted like piss, but it was cheap. For a while, I tried to get Taka's help selling it, but turns out he was too soft. People told him sob stories, Yuna explains, and he'd give them free sake.
Oh.
Yeah, Taka's a sweetie. They come close to the town. They hide in the cart, and Kenji keeps moving towards the Mongol cart. Dars, he shouts. Dars for Azamo Bay. Dars, the Mongols say. Hurry up. Kenji sighs in relief. Just a little further. They arrive at the town. Half of it is burned, and screaming and wailing can be heard all around us. The cart stops. Jin and Yuna leave it. This is where we part ways. Keep the Mongols drunk and distracted. I'll do my best. Stay safe, Kenji. And you, Lord Sakai. Once again, we can't raise any alarms or the prisoners and Taka might suffer. In the background, we hear Kenji peddling his wares. They track a slaver as he makes his way through the camp. Bastard. He's inspecting the prisoners like they're horses. The slaver brings Jin and Yuna to the forge, where sure enough, we find Taka. He's clearly exhausted from constant forced work. Please, he's begging the man, I need to rest. The The Mongol swings to deliver a deadly blow to the exhausted blacksmith. Please! But Yuna comes up behind and kills the Mongol with her blade. The siblings embrace, tears in their eyes. We need to move, says Jin. We can't. They'll catch us just like the others. This is Lord Sakai. He'll protect us. I need you to trust me, Taka. I need your help. I'll try, my lord. This is a better look at Taka here.
He's a good bean.
Oh, he's
Lots of good beans in this.
He's a lovely boy. Yeah, he's not a fighter.
With a cute bow.
Yeah, is that meant to be a bandage or is that his?
No, I
think
it's a sweatband for his blacksmithing work. Sweaty work, isn't it? Sneaking out of the town, he's badly injured, but they manage to sneak Taka out of the town, and they get him to safety. Kenji meets us on the road with horses. Everyone all right? I could use a drink and some sleep. I can help with one of those. Taka, Jin says, you've been quiet. First time in days I haven't felt like I was about to die. My lord, I am grateful. But how do you know Kenji and my sister? I owe Yuna my life. We have something in common, he laughs. They get off their horses at Archer's Rise. I'm not built for riding all night, Kenji says. Komatsu Forge is right over that ridge. So basically, this is a town where they have a kind of legendary forge, and perhaps if they can take that town back, be a good place to make tools. Maybe something to get Jin over the walls of Castle Canada. What do you say, Taka? My lord, I'll do anything to repay you for freeing me. Thank you, Taka. Kenji gets
either
the
of
rest.
you-
And forge my documents. Get me into Canada.
Have either of you ever had sake?
Yes.
I have not. What's it like?
Wine? No.
Is it nice?
It's a long time ago. It was kind of like sweet and sour wine.
I'm not a big fan, but I also don't like a lot of alcohols.
Is it quite strong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fortified. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's not like a white wine over here. It's not a Pinot
No,
Grigio.
and you don't
or-
get it in a big glass. Usually you get it in almost like a big shot glass, don't you?
Yeah, you usually get it as like the bottle with a shot glass, and you can either get like a clear one or a cloudy one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But the stuff he makes is shit.
I think you'll find he's one of the best sake merchants in the world.
He's diluting the product with liquids.
Yuna says that she'll get her brother to Komatsu in one piece. With food and rest, he should be fine. But Jin says that her brother wasn't the only prisoner in Azamo Bay. He's going to save them and make their captors suffer. Ride to the forge. I'll join you when I can. So Jin goes back, massacres the Mongols in the town.
Who are all blind drunk.
Don't know why he couldn't have just done that at the same time as the
I
last one.
think
But
they
you
were
know.
too worried about Taka being killed, but I guess he cares less about the other prisoners.
I don't know any of you. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. A few days later, Taka started recovering and commits to making Jin's climbing tool at the forge. He says he needs his assistant, Yukio, before he can start. Jin and Yuna head into Komatsu. This is the town of Komatsu. It is slightly on fire.
The use of color in this game is so good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So they head into town and rescue the assistant, Yukio, and his wife, along with the other villagers. Komatsu town is free, and peasants whisper in awe as they watch Lord Sakai. He's not human, one says.
You might even say he's a
Not yet.
spirit. No, right.
I've never seen samurai fight like that, says Taka. You're more than a samurai, teases Yuna, addressing the villagers. He is a vengeful spirit, back from the grave to slaughter the Mongols. A little girl whispers, a ghost will save us. Where do we hide now? Asks Taka. You don't. Fire up your forge and get back to making strong Komatsu weapons. That's how we fight back. That's how we'll save Lord Shimura. Taka bows to Jin. A vengeful spirit? Jin asks Yuna wryly. I think they liked it, she grins. At Castle Canada, the Khan is tormenting Lord Shimura. I read the samurai follow a code of honor. It is one of the many differences between us. Then why have my men found their brothers stabbed in the back? Lord Sakai would never resort to such tactics. War brings out who we truly are. And it has made you a dog, says Shimura, unleashed by your cousin Kublai to rape and pillage at his command.
Oh.
Your nephew strays from the warrior's path. He will become what you hate unless you join my empire's fight for peace. You don't want allies. You want soldiers to overthrow the shogun. Consider my offer, Lord Shimura. Help your nephew regain his honor before his cowardice goes too far, and before I bring you his head. While Jin waits for Taka, this is us back at the forge, waits for Taka to finish his equipment, he heads out. Finding Yuna spreading more stories about him, she says some of the locals are calling Jin the ghost. He isn't a big fan.
I'd rather be the Yeti.
He isn't a big fan, but she says these people are staying because they believe in him. He says they should believe in a samurai, but Yuna says Jin is both samurai and a ghost. When Shimura is free, they won't need to put their faith in folk tales, he tells her. She's not sure. They head to the forge where Taka has finished his project. An iron hook with a rope tied to the end. We can use it to climb walls. He calls it a kaginawa. Jin says he's in Taka's debt, but Taka says no. He has his sister, a home, his life. That's enough. I realise I skipped through these. This is the kaginawa he invents, basically.
It's a grappling hook, right?
Yeah, it's a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Outside, a voice calls for Jin. It's Ryuzo. He is desperate. The Mongols have captured some of his best fighters in Fort Yatade. The fort is at the top of a cliff. Oh no, however could we solve this problem? Sounds like a top-notch chance to try out our new hook.
Every video game should have a grappling hook.
There we go.
Every single video game. Silent Hill, grappling hook. Like, just give everyone it.
Swing! Or...
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh, because he swings on the hook.
He's swinging now. It's Spider-Man.
Ryuzo says his men were captured trying to steal the food identified on the map Jin gave them. He knows his men are alive, though. He heard them singing last night. Jin is surprised the Mongols would allow singing. So is Ryuzo. Jin asks if they are good singers. Could be a nice change from mercenary work, huh? Ryuzo chuckles bitterly. He didn't choose this life. It was his only option after he lost the jewel. We never talked about the jewel, says Jin. Before we sparred, says Ryuzo, I invited commanders from every clan to watch. You came at me like I was your mortal enemy. You almost broke my arm, Jin. Jin apologizes. It was his first tournament, and he got swept up in the excitement. Of course you did. Every samurai in the army wanted to meet the Jito's nephew. I never thought of it like that, confesses Jin. You were born Lord Sakai. That tournament was my one chance to gain attention, to enter the service of a lord, to become samurai. You should have come to me. I would have hired you. What, because no one else would? No, I needed to prove myself. Ryuzo admits he should have told Jin all of this sooner. He also says he heard someone call Jin the ghost recently. What's the matter? Lord Sakai not good enough? Jin teases Ryuzo that he's afraid Jin will get more famous than him. At the camp, Ryuzo and Jin find the remaining Straw Hats who weren't captured. They say another two left while Ryuzo was away, abandoning them. Cowards, Ryuzo says. After all he did to keep them alive. He's lost men to Mongols, sickness, hunger, but never this. The two men head to the fort and Jin uses the hook to scale the castle. It's a classic sneak and smash. You all know, sneak and smash. He'll open the gate, etc., etc., etc.
And smash.
And smash. We free the prisoners and wipe out the remaining forces. The men say they've been placing bets on how long it would take Jin and Ryuzo to come and rescue them. Ryuzo says something doesn't make sense. His men say the Mongols didn't hurt his men. They fed them well. No wonder they were singing. Jin says it's probably no big deal, but Ryuzo isn't buying it. He thanks Jin. His men are everything to him. Jin meets up with Yuna.
I mean, they're mercenaries.
Well, yeah.
I feel like if the Mongols pay them, they're,
Bit of bribery goes a long way.
Yeah.
Is it even bribery?
Oh, yeah.
Just paying at that point.
Jin meets up with Yuna. He's surprised she's still here. He was sure they'd be away as soon as Taka made the hook. She said they ain't going anywhere until Lord Shimura is free. Jin is glad to hear it.
Yeah.
He says to send word to Lady Masako and Sensei Ishikawa. It's time to free Lord Shimura. At Castle Canada, Koten-kan is flirting with Lord Shimura. I'm told your nephew stalks my men, tears them apart like a beast. I'm certain you've done worse. Oh, but you pretend we're different. We fight for the same thing, to create a legacy that outlives us.
We're not so different, Spider-Man.
I won my legacy with duty and honor, brought order to my home and justice for my people. You're nothing like me. Neither is your nephew, but his name is bound to your legacy. Legacy is more than a name. True. Your family has lived here for generations. Your ancestral castle lies to the north, yes? I look forward to visiting it, while I leave you here to starve to death, alone, without honor. A few hours later, Jin's buddies have rallied outside Castle Canada. Masako tells us her family's killer can wait a few hours, as can Ishikawa's hunt for Tomoe.
Oh.
Taka's here to wish us luck. Kenji's here, as he doesn't like drinking alone. Jin rallies the gang. Ishikawa says he was told there would be Straw Hat Ronin here, but they're not, and we can't wait any longer. Plan is a classic. We're going to grapple in, sneak and smash. Classic plan. If they sound the alarm, they may execute Shimura. They have to go in extra sneaky. Ishikawa doesn't exactly love this. It's the tactics of a thief. Or a ghost, Yuna says quietly. Always be marketing. Inside, Masako, so this is...
Like how he's now wearing white armor as well.
Yeah. Inside, Lady Masako helps us steal one of the siege weapons. We leave her with it once it's secure. Jin and the gang continue to cut through the castle under the cover of darkness, taking out squads before they can sound the alarm. Arriving at the bridge where Jin was defeated by the Khan, he and Yuna sneak around the locked gate. Arriving.
A bridge?
Same bridge, to be fair.
Oh, this is the same castle,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
He's going to pick him up. He's going to throw him off again. Yeah. But he's going to grapple. He's not going to let him fall off against time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my prediction. It's my theory.
So we break through the bridge, sneak over the gate, and we arrive at one final courtyard gate. Jin tells Yuna to hold the area while he gets through this final gate. Heading through, we find a serene nighttime scene. Sitting by a pond, surrounded by lanterns, sword on his back and straw hat pulled low, Ryuzo waits for us.
Oh.
It's a cool, he's
That is a good
the
look.
Aura Farm king of this game, is Ryuzo. Shocked, Jin asks what he's doing here. Ryuzo stares into the distance, looking detached. The Khan put a bounty on the ghost. Anyone can claim it. You wouldn't. My men are starving, Jin. Jin kneels down beside him. Help me save my uncle, and he will reward your men. He'll make you samurai. Then he'll send us to die. Ryuzo stands, just like he did at Komoda Beach. He's your family, Jin. I need to protect mine. He draws his sword, and the men face off, circling each other in the clearing. Apparently, Ryuzo didn't learn his lesson at the tournament, and Jin kicks his ass.
It's a cool fight, this.
Yeah, it's a really good fight.
Like fighting in the pond. That's really fun.
Yeah, they do stage these fights very well. So, backstabbing Ryuzo. The straw hat falls to the ground, and Ryuzo stumbles back, injured. Enough, says Jin, picking up the hat and holding it out to him. It's not too late. Help me save our home. It belongs to them now, Ryuzo says. Guards! The samurai is here! And he flees as Jin is surrounded.
That's him. That's his honor has now got him into a pickle there, because if he hadn't tried to stop the fight and give him his hat and
there you go,
beseech him, but now because he let him live, called the guards.
Kill your friends quicker? Is that the
that's the
message?
lesson of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryuzo just reached around, grabbed the string on his back.
Fighting our way up through the inside of the castle, Jin takes on wave after wave of sojourners, like a dojima chairman just trying to get out of the office for lunch. At the top, we find Shimura. Jin bows deeply. I knew you would come, how does he speak here? I knew you would come, my boy. Your father would be so proud. I live to serve you, my lord. We have to leave. Not yet. Shimura collects his sword. Koten Khan is marching north to conquer Toyotama. He left some guards here, but there'll be no match for 2 samurai. They will sing swords of our victory.
But they already defeated both of you multiple times. And even more than 2 samurai.
The Khan's not here.
They had like at least 30 samurai and they're all dead now.
Yeah, but this is just some of them in a castle. It's not all of the army. Clearing the castle together, nephew and uncle meet
There you
up.
go.
Yeah.
Took care of it.
What do you want me to do? Describe the fight scenes? Ugh. Nephew and...
Yeah, you need to tell us how they beat off the men.
I'll do
Yes,
it.
he beats them off.
I'll do it. Yakuza style. He beats off one man, and he watches his uncle beating off another.
Ooh.
Then they beat off men together, rock hard, sweaty bodies
Hell yeah.
slapping together.
Hell yeah.
It's like
Now
chases
you're
in
awake.
the room.
I'm ready. I'm here.
Okay. They meet up with their allies. Ishikawa confesses he thought this was impossible, but he's glad Jin proved him wrong. The scene fades. 2 days later, far to the north, Castle Shimura. Snow billows around, fire lighting its walls, as guards look bravely down on the Mongol army assembled at their gates. Koten Khan steps forward, torch in hand, and addresses the men on the gates. You have an impressive home. Won't you welcome me inside? Your people are tired, hungry, cold. Open the gate and save them. The camera pans round to reveal pyres built of wood around them.
Oh.
The Khan walks towards a weary-looking Ryuzo. You promised food for my men. Earn it, he says, thrusting the torch towards the Ronin. Let them in, screams a woman, one of them lashed to the pyre. Ryuzo takes the torch and walks slowly towards the pyres, a blank look in his eyes. As he lights the first one, his lip begins to shake and his eyes fill with tears. The Khan nods as if to say, another. As Ryuzo treads, trembling, to the next one, before he lights it, he turns to the guards on the gate, screaming and pleading, Open the gate! Open the gate! The front gate to Castle Shimura creaks open. Ryuzo falls to his knees, shaking. The Khan walks past him into the castle. This is the best bit of some of the best acting in the game by him. It is unbelievable. Yeah. Word of Castle Shimura being taken has reached Yuna and Jin. Jin says he never should have trusted Ryuzo, but Yuna assures Jin that he fooled all of them. Thought you'd be gone by now that my uncle's free. Let's talk to him, see about getting you a reward. As they head over, Yuna says they will probably leave Tsushima soon. She and Taka have nothing. At least Jin has his uncle here. Shimura welcomes us warmly. You look well. We will defeat the Khan and the coward Ryuzo. Mount their heads on the battlement of my castle. I can't do this without you. You have me, Jin says. I heard of your exploits while I was in prison. Your methods were brutal, impulsive, without honor. I did what I had to, for you. I know, Jin, I know. I'll be forever in your debt, but you can't continue down this path. All of Tsushima looks to us for guidance. You must save our home together, as samurai. Jin asks how this applies to Yuna. After all, she saved Jin's life and helped free Lord Shimura. All she wants is safe passage to the mainland. Shimura will grant it once the seas are clear, but only if Yuna helps take back his castle. I don't know, seems they agree to, but
hasn't she done enough?
I know.
Yeah,
she's just a person, yeah.
She's not a warrior.
Outside, Sensei Ishikawa compliments us on our performance yesterday. Lady Masako has also been working her way through her list of suspects. Yuna is raging, rightfully, that she has to help Lord Shimura free his digs. This isn't her fight.
Free his digs.
It's everyone's fight, corrects Jin. Typical samurai, she says, squeezing people for everything they're worth. We are riding for Toyotama to take back castle number 2. The bridge will be up. The invaders don't know about the old forest path. Riding together, Shimura and Jin catch up. He asks about Yuna. Jin says she's brave and loyal and good in a fight. Shimura says Sensei Ishikawa grassed her in and said she's a thief. Honestly, I think that's the point I decided to stop describing Ishikawa's storyline to you.
Look at this guy.
She can be a little rough, admits Jin, but she has a good heart. Take care where you place your faith, warns Shimura. You trusted Ryuzo too. Ouch. Shimura says the island needs strong samurai to look up to. It's time Jin returned home and took his ancestral armor. It's sat empty since Jin's father died. As we ride north, huge swaths of farmland and villages have been devastated by the Mongol horde. Shimura says they needed to relight the lighthouses around the coast and let the Khan know they're coming. Yuna meets us, and it's very awkward around Shimura. She clearly doesn't enjoy this power dynamic. She tells us if we want more warriors, we may have to go broaden our horizons. If the walls of Yarikawa are still standing, they will have fighters. Shimura tells us that he was the one who put down the Yarikawa rebellion 15 years ago. Those people have no love for him. Yuna knows. She grew up there.
Oh, there you go. That explains a lot.
Yuna says she grew up there. Shimura turns to her, raising his eyebrows. Is that where you learned to steal? Yuna has great admiration for you, Lord Shimura, interrupts Jin tactfully. She can convince the people there to fight for you.
Yuna just pulls the string in his back.
No. I think Yuna's about to punch Lord Shimura, actually.
Is that where you learned to steal? No, I learned that because you're not feeding your fucking people. You're only worried about your fucking honor, you piece of shit.
So she grew up in this town, which
I'm really vilifying people that people are going to get annoyed in the comments that I'm vilifying.
No, I think
feel how you feel.
The game understands how grey these characters are.
How ignorant the samurai can be.
Both games are really good for that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, Very well, he says. Help Lord Sakai raise this army, and you will be on the first transport to the mainland. Lord Sakai also tells us there's a pirate in Umugi Cove that owes him one. Check it out, bitch.
Pirates. We're doing a different Assassin's Creed.
Pirates. There's not much in the way of pirates.
There isn't, unfortunately.
Captain Longshaft
they're
is
not what
waiting.
you're picturing. Picturing?
I'm picturing a pirate.
That pirate.
In a liberated town, we meet a monk named Norio.
A better
He's
one.
A warrior monk. He thanks
A better
us.
one.
Yeah. He serves.
Upgrades.
He's our third main side quest that we're not going to cover, but he's a goodie. I want to leave you some stuff for when you play this game. Tomorrow. He serves at Cedar Temple. The warrior monks rode south to fight the Mongols after Komoda Beach, but the journey ended there. They were ambushed and shoved into a covered pit by the Mongols. One by one, the monks were taken out. They could only hear the screams of their brothers and hear burning, but they refused to submit. There were only 3 left when they took his brother, the Guardian. Norio agrees to join our fight along with any surviving monks that we rescue. Around the world, Jin also now has to contend with Straw Hat Ronin as well as the Mongol forces, and will occasionally find Ryuzo's top men waiting to challenge him in arenas around the map. This is one of the cooler things to do, isn't it? To hunt down the Straw Hat. They're like mini boss fights, each of them.
And you unclick your sword, the sword handle from and it's such a especially on the DualSense. It's like
Kurosawa.
just the sound design is so good in the game as well.
Jin will put his hand and flick the sword up with his thumb.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
It's fantastic.
We decide to head first to Umugi Cove to
Sorry, is that all you need for a good game? I'm thinking this and Red Dead. You just need dual mechanics.
Truly not enough of it.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
You need dual mechanics with an Nemesis system,
and the grappling hook.
which is now open source.
Is it?
Yeah, they just released it.
Is it out of?
It's out of
copyright?
Warner Brothers jail.
Thank God.
They were the worst. What is that? For 10, 15 years they've
Yeah.
had that?
Yeah, it literally just open sourced the Nemesis system.
Fantastic.
We decide to head to Umugi Cove to seek out the pirate who owes Lord Shimura a favour. The cove is a small rickety town nestled between cliffs above. Scaffold holds up wooden houses at different levels above our head, and the entrance is barred by a ronin. The cove acts as a den for those acting outside of the law, enforced by the samurai lords. Jin introduces himself to the guard, who is shocked to see a samurai, and says that his boss, Lady Sanjo, will want to see us. She's in charge of Umugi Cove. Sanjo greets us. She says this bay has remained untouched by the war so far. Jin will be safe here as long as he doesn't draw a weapon to her men. Jin tells her he's looking for a smuggler named Goro. She says that's interesting. Not Goro Majima.
Chase just pulled a face.
Goro. She says that's
But
interesting.
it might be Goro Me.
Neither. It's not as good. Goro is having his 3rd bottle of sake downstairs, she tells us, and wishes us well. Downstairs, Jin finds the man. You must be Goro. Well, must be someone. Who are you?
Needs a new fucking hat.
Lord Sakai, Jin replies coldly. Goro is disbelieving. The samurai are all dead. Jin assures him that although his patients may be dying, he is very much alive. Goro is shocked to hear that Lord Shimura is alive as well, and that he's calling on his favour. Deliver a message to the mainland. With the Mongol blockade, this would be a dangerous journey, but Goro knows he has no choice. He owes Lord Shimura. Turns out Goro also owes a local ronin a lot of money. Jin scares them off, and they agree to meet at Goro's boat up the coast later on. Jin meets with Lady Masako, continuing to track her family's killers. She says she's found the name of the man who recruited the assassins, Kajiwara. He lives in the prefecture, but the monk at the temple, Junshin, will not tell her where he is. Jin knows Junshin, says he means well, let us try talking to him. Junshin confirms that he knows where Kajiwara is, but he fears that what Lady Masako will do with the information. He doesn't believe it either. Kajiwara is a humble fisherman, a loving husband and father. He believes Masako is blinded by rage. He agrees to tell us on the condition that we will only talk to the man. We head over with Masako. She's annoyed to hear that Junshin was intimidated by her. Besides, she doesn't see that as such a bad characteristic anyway.
I'm not scary.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm gonna get him.
And even if I am, after all, they are hunting a cruel man. Masako says Kajiwara used to be a retainer of her family. They excused him after he was caught beating his wife and child.
Jesus.
Jin is disgusted by this. Masako says she offered the wife and child refuge with her, but within a day they'd gone back to Kajiwara. Jin says it's not easy, especially when you think a person will change. Looks like the Mongols got to the house first. Jin flows through them like a river through stacks of small stones. The house has been wrecked. Inside they find silks, more than a humble fisherman could afford. They also find a fisherman's blade covered in blood. And at the back of the house, we find his wife and child, dead. Jin says it could have been the Mongols, but then where is Kajiwara? We find footprints nearby and follow them to find him cowering on the beach. Jin accuses him of murdering his family, and he confirms he did do this, but out of love. Better than what the Mongols would have done. It's what they wanted. Masako has to hold Jin back at hearing this. Masako asks him about the hired killers. Tell me, she says, and I will end you lovingly, like you did your wife and daughter. Kajiwara's face turns dark. All I know is he understood how it feels to be ruined by you, how I was driven to poverty, the toll it took on my family. Masako's had enough of this and cuts him down. She couldn't stand to hear another word. The conspirators seem to be bonded by one thing, hate. Masako thinks this must be another samurai. Jin decides to follow his uncle's advice and heads to his home village of Omi to collect his family armor. We arrive in the beautiful Omi village. No sign of Mongols or fighting yet. Looking through his family home, he can't find the armor. It's not on its stand. With a shuffle of feet, an old woman advances and tries to attack us from behind. When she sees Jin's face, she stops, her voice quavering. Young master? This is Yuriko, Jin's childhood caretaker. She weeps and falls to her knees.
Yuriko, did you just try to jump? That is not honorable.
She was just trying to reach for his string.
Yeah.
She ain't a fucking samurai. She can do what she wants. She'll murk you however she wants. You have no idea how true that is.
Like a thief.
This is Yuriko. She weeps and falls to her knees. She was sure that Jin was dead. Jin is gentle with her. She asks us if we're hungry. Jin asks if she had any troubles with the Mongol, and with a slightly disturbing grin, she replies, just a few bandits. Nothing I couldn't take care of. Jin says he's come for...
Icon.
Yeah. Jin says, I've come for my armor. Turns out, big legend over here hid it to keep it safe. She leads us up the hill behind the house, complaining about her old bones. She says that Taichi will help them. He's up tending the cemetery, collecting flowers for my poisons. Keeps vermin out of the food stores. She is relieved to hear that Shimura is alive, and Masako. She's old enough to remember when Lady Masako was a little girl fighting the older boys. She asks if Ishikawa is still acting like he's the only one who knows how to do things. Up on the hill, Taichi and Yuriko head off to get the armor, while leaving Jin to repay his respects to his family in the graveyard. Jin bows at the shrine, and Jin then writes a fun haiku, which is an actual gameplay mechanic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So you arrive at the predetermined points. You can find them around the world. And Jin will write the 3 lines of the haiku, focusing on, like, he will look at a scene and pick one thing, and look at a scene and pick another. In this case, at his family's graveyard, he writes the following. Light for my father, his grave close, his soul distant. Now I am alone. Back in the house.
Just to stop you, Neil, Chase is currently buying Ghost of Tsushima.
For fuck's sake, do it after.
You weren't meant to see that.
It's a great game, Chase. You will love it.
I don't have enough money right now. That's for later.
Back in the house.
Don't watch me.
Don't perceive us.
I was actually trying to see, because I checked hours ago how much it was on Steam. 60 quid for a game that's old.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's because it got remastered a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the PS5 version is very good.
I don't give a shit.
The PC one.
£40.
Anyway, back in the house.
Oh, he's got teeth.
Yuriko has set up the armor. Jin approaches it tentatively and places a hand on the breastplate. The mask falls to the ground. Jin reaches down to pick it up, remembering his father's plea for help as he died. Jin stands, music swelling, and places the mask on his face.
Yes.
I like how they couldn't just go from, we've gotten it from behind the house, put it on. She needed to be like, we need to put it on the stand first. The stand is an important middle step.
You know what this means?
No. What does it mean?
It's time for Swing or Miss!
Yeah, baby! Grappling Hook and Sword Edition.
We have now got, for your delectation,
My delectation?
the Sakai family armor.
It's pretty good. I hate the helmet, but other than that, I like it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Neil, because this is such a cool armor set, but you have not got the version with the mask. Well, the picture you've chosen doesn't have the mask.
Did you learn nothing from our last swing or miss?
Are you working your way through?
It's not even the lack of mask, it's the lack of full helmet. It's whatever this weird, like, it looks like kind of what you get when you get, like, you know, a brawler armor set, where it just has the weird, like, framed face plate.
I do forget, sorry, round one of this, we didn't actually play the game properly. We do have to say if things are swings or misses.
Correct. This is a semi-swing.
Yeah, a timid swing.
A timid swing.
And now, the fully upgraded
floppy
Sakai
swing.
clan armor.
Oh!
Yeah. Mega swing.
Oh.
Is it the best outfit we've ever looked at in a video game?
It very well might be. God, the fucking...
Do you want to describe it if you can? There's a lot going on.
God, it's so good. I'm like I said earlier, I'm a slut for any helmet that has deer antlers on it. I'm loving, like, the layered almost scales that it has throughout.
It's a beaut. It's an absolute
It scales.
beaut.
It's vaguely giving Monster Hunter armor, and I mean that in the highest regards and highest honor. I'm not positive how I'm feeling about the color scheme they've gone for, but I will admit, you know,
That is the standard, but you can change them.
Yeah, I think I personally would not do the white. I'd, you know, do the black with, like, maybe more black.
Yeah, got you.
But other than that, this would be, from the second I get it, just the only armor that I wear. I would wear nothing else.
So I think we can
coloring.
guess.
The big fat swing. The coloring, the black and white is a great color for it because again you can change the colors, but this is the ultimate way to have it. I think.
Hard for this armor.
Great. Okay.
And next,
Well, that was a miss.
we mentioned this before. Jin gets something a little bit more Ronin. This is his straw hat armor.
So I have something to say about this, which is that I always find the Wandering Ronin look really cool. However, I never like when the straw hats have holes in them, and I know it's to look rugged and worn and beaten on and stuff, and that's part of the vibe. But I never like it.
Fair.
I never like it.
This is a miss, and this is a miss because we have seen what's his name straw hat armor with the really cool, like he said, like a scarecrow.
Yeah.
And this is just, it's a simple, Jesus Christ.
Those
Upgraded armor.
These are
fixed his
always
hat.
misses. These are always misses for me.
He fixed his hat.
I know it's historically accurate, but yeah,
Is it?
Yeah. These the low brim hat where it covers your face. It's a helmet effectively, and that's
see
why there's
through
holes. Yeah, that bit there, that's holes. Oh. Yeah. So it's effectively like a helmet, but it's always a miss for me. I just think it looks silly. It looks like dark, and I know it's historically accurate, but it looks like Dark Souls armor, like silly Dark Souls armor. You know,
It does. Is the mud part of the outfit, or is that just environmental?
That's, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. The fun thing about this one is you can apply so many different colors to it that the pattern will be different as well. So you can find and you don't have to wear the hat. You could
is there
wear
a pattern?
Yeah,
if you
so
look
there is
closely.
vaguely, but what I'm saying is you can't, there will be more exotic patterns to find and apply. So I think that's a miss on the Wandering Ronin outfit. But for now, we are dressed in our clan armor, just the unupgraded one. Yuriko is shocked to see us. For a moment, she thought we looked. Some bandits arrive and we fuck them up in our new gear. Once we're done, we check on her. She asks if Yarikawa is giving us trouble again. Jin tells her the rebellion was 20 years ago. These men are Mongols. Jin takes Yuriko to her favorite tree to calm down. On the walk...
Gorgeous tree.
beautiful tree.
I would be very calm there, to be fair.
On the walk, he asks if her poisons could be made stronger,
Oh.
strong enough to kill a man. Yuriko thinks that no one deserves this. I mean, I suppose in larger doses it could work, but it would be ugly. She tells us that poison has never been the clan Sakai way, but Jin reminds her that no Sakai has ever had to face a Mongol army.
That's not the Sakai way. That's the way of thieves.
Yeah.
And as you know, there are only honorable samurai or thieves, and there is nothing else.
Right.
Black and white, no. Honorable thief.
But Jin says he needs every weapon he can get. Tsushima can't afford anything else. She comments that the Mongols have changed Jin. Jin says he's going to make a fucking dart gun. Here's Jin asleep on his horse. Yeah. So like when you load into scenes, there'll be these little nice little scenes of Jin and the horse. Later, we find
Is there a horse armor?
I don't remember.
Yes, there is. Yeah, I think it's
at an upgraded DLC price.
No.
25 for horse armor.
you can get. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to save it in case we have screenshots later. Actually, we're basically going to do. This is the tale of Yuriko that we're doing right now.
Right.
Later, we find her alone and weeping in the dueling ground under her favorite tree. She's speaking to herself and sobs, "Jin, alone in the world." She apologizes when she sees us and says she was just thinking about the old Lord Sakai.
Jen, I was just thinking about how fucking sad your life is, mate. Don't mind me, just having a cry.
Yeah. Jin says that he tries not to think of his father, but Yuriko reminds him that he loved you in his own way. Enough of this shit, said Jin. I made a fucking blowgun. I need the poison, please. On the way out...
Go back.
That's a good look. Yeah.
It's upgraded, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
And again, with the mask, so cool.
How quickly can you upgrade an armor after you get it?
Depends. I think...
is it story locked?
No.
I
think the final, if I remember this right, and it's been a while since
it's resource based, and there's maybe some resources you don't get till the final area.
That's it.
Because it's one of my pet peeves is when they do like the starting armor just look shit for the sake of looking like starting armor, and then you don't get any cool looking armor till the end of a game, and then you play with the cool armor for an hour.
Yote has an interesting system, and I'll be careful about how I frame this because I don't want to give too much away about Yote, but with its armor, it does have an interesting system where resources are locked behind regions, but you can go to almost go to any region at any point and collect that stuff if you want to.
I forever like the open world games where they never lock you out of anywhere. It's just if you go to the places you're not meant to be, you're probably going to get fucked, but you can.
Tsushima does lock you out. Tsushima locks you out. It's region based.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go back to earlier regions, I believe.
Yeah.
But to like do foxholes and all sorts of things. But yeah.
So they head out together to collect plants that she could use to make the poison. On the way, she tells us stories of our youth, of Jin's father and Lord Shimura laughing together at Jin's exploits as he explored the woods. Jin can't remember his father's laugh anymore. A few days later, we return and Yuriko has almost finished the poison. The last ingredient needed is spider lilies, which Yuriko planted near the family graveyard. It's clear that Yuriko has fonder memories of Jin's father than he does. Jin remembers the anger, but Yuriko knows how much Lord Sakai loved his son. Jin doubts his father would have approved of this poison plan, like his uncle. But Yuriko says, don't be so sure. Those two used to argue a lot. Lord Sakai thought that Lord Shimura was too rigid, willfully blind to possibilities. Lord Sakai had imagination. This surprises Jin. Yuriko is clearly getting forgetful. She takes us to the wrong cemetery to look for the lilies before correcting herself. So like the Shimura and Sakai family cemeteries are near each other. On the way, we stopped by a lakeside. It was where she would try and teach Jin meditation as a child. Some of her favourite memories are here. Jin fidgeting away, not being able to sit still. She would also take Jin's mother here when she was pregnant with him. Jin says they can meditate once the war is over. Jin gathers the lilies from the graveyard and brings them to Yuriko. She doesn't want their time together to end, so they head to the Shimura family cemetery to get a view of the nearby waterfall. She calls us by the name Kazumasa, our father's name, and tells us how much she enjoys our rides together. She corrects herself, saying Jin rides just like his father. She says Lord Sakai taught her how to ride a horse. A little further on, she comments this is the best day she's had since their day together at Lake Omi. Jin doesn't remember that. It was a long time ago, she says. You must have forgotten.
Your life is so sad, Jin. You don't remember Lake Omi?
Yeah. At the graveyard, the two take a walk in the moonlight. Yuriko and Jin write another haiku for their fallen family members. Before they leave, Yuriko says that his father used to say Lord Shimura was too concerned with that castle of his. Shimura equated strength with the huge, the immovable, like a mountain.
Compensating.
Just to check, she's not either his mom or his stepmom, right? Because obviously she's given like parental figure in a caretaker way, but it's also now given like romantic vibes with, and I feel like we're about to learn like, oh, she had a romantic connection with his dad, or like they were having an affair, and we've heard nothing about his mom.
I wouldn't tell you if it was the case, would I? And if it's not the case, I don't, it's a no, but it's the difficulty of these situations, isn't it? Yeah. I don't really have an answer for you now, but keep it in mind.
Like,
currently, you're meant to just read her as an Alfred.
What?
Do we learn anything about his mom, like in the DLC or something?
We learn a little bit here, but
Okay.
she died when he was young because she was dead by the time his father died.
Got it. And she was already in
She's been
their
his
service.
she's his nanny. She's been his nanny
Yeah.
since he was a baby, we can assume.
I feel like I knew and assumed that. It's more just that this scene is suddenly, it's giving like, I'm old and suddenly slipping in my memories, and I'm going to reveal things that you didn't know about how I had romantic feelings for your dad.
Quite. She's not his mum. Looking at... So Lord Shimura equates strength with the immovable like a mountain. Look at that waterfall though, she says. All that immovable rock yields to water. The strength we need is all around us.
What a beautiful image.
It's great. Next time we find Yuriko, she is at the graveyard. She looks tired and unwell. She whispers that they have to visit somewhere special. After that, she promises they'll go to a healer like he wants. When she addresses him as my lord, it's clear she's not talking about Jin. She smiles at Jin, love in her eyes. She takes him to a nearby hot spring. It becomes clear this is the spring where she and Lord Sakai used to come together after Jin's mother died. She was desperate to relieve her lord of her sadness, always so stern. Yuriko feels faint all of a sudden, says she hasn't eaten all day. Jin leaves her there to go and find food. Jin comes back to find his caretaker on the ground and rushes to her side to help. Thankfully, she's not hurt, but is greatly confused and became lost when she saw her long-deceased mother's grave. Jin asked Jin to help her pay respects, and they travel to a small burial site at the base of Turtle Rock Shrine. They sit down at the overlook at the edge, and Yuriko's confusion has only become worse, now only referring to Jin by his father's name, but Jin does not correct her. She admits to him that after Lady Sakai passed away, and it becomes clear, yes, that she had had a romantic relationship with his father after his mother died.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I like me. It was one of those bro trips. They were off on a fishing trip. And they got
together,
real close on the boat.
Reminiscing about their families in the past, Jin looks over at one point to see her with her eyes closed. She's passed away, peacefully thinking about the past.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay, then that was just felt very out of nowhere.
But she dies next to, in her mind, next to her love.
That's really sweet. But just all. And you said this is a side quest?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, I thought you said this was a side.
Actually, so you have to go and do the first bit with her because she gives you the armor.
Yeah.
But after that, you could choose not to come back to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
So what I'm hearing is that you personally killed her.
That's I wanted you to feel this pain.
She could have lived forever.
If I had never
ignored
got
the
to
same
her.
Immortal, and you killed her.
Don't forget, she gave us the poison.
Yeah, actually, I don't care about your romance. I just need the stronger poison for my blowgun. Oh, fuck, she died before she gave it to me.
Yuriko, thank you for the blowgun.
Oh, I am ruining a very touching moment. I'm very sorry.
No, you are not ruining
She
anything.
is. Oh, this is very sweet, very
We
sad.
love Yuriko.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
a lovely little side bit.
She died at peace.
Lady Masako is still hunting her targets, though. And Jin finds her arguing with Junshin, the monk. Jin rebukes him for withholding information before and lets Junshin know that fisherman did kill his family, you dick. He knows I know Masako can be harsh, but she speaks the truth. Masako's heard from some farmers that a thief on her list, along with a band of hired killers, are nearby. The thief looted the estate of the clan after the attack. The thief was a former servant who was sacked after Masako's husband caught her stealing 3 years ago. Masako did what she could for the woman, but she had to go. Turns out they'd been friends.
I feel like his red flag indicator is way off. It's similar to like me when I watch reality TV. Where I'm like, oh, he seems nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll meet up with you and go, oh, did you watch last night's episode? And you'll go, yeah, that guy's clearly like killed people and is an ex, is a murderer. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He seems nice. 2 episodes later, yeah, so I killed 2 people.
Unrelated, I didn't say this earlier. Go back a slide. Fucking love her armor.
Oh, yeah. Masako's,
That blue, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Masako's cool.
Goes very well with the red arrows.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we track her down as she's meeting up with some more of the conspirators, and we confront the girl together. Her name is Mai. Mai tells us that Masako betrayed her. But from Lady Masako's perspective, she saved the girl. Her husband wanted to flog her for stealing. There are tears in Mai's eyes as she says, then you should have left with me. I was the lady of Clan Adachi, and you were a thief. I still love you, confesses Mai. Yeah,
The gays!
The gays are here.
Yeah!
Lady Masako is an older lesbian.
You know,
That's all we
I
needed.
feel like I could sense it from the get-go. I could sense Queen.
I still love you, confesses Mai. Then tell me who you serve. He killed my family. Masako promises to protect Mai from the killers, and she leads us to the stolen Adachi treasure. Mai doesn't know who the samurai...
With a younger woman as well.
Well, you know, people in power. I can't judge gay relationships. It's not my place to judge age gaps in queer relationships. Only in straight ones.
I feel like the rules apply regardless.
We don't get to say.
Okay.
Obviously, past the point we do. But
I,
you know.
Masako.
I can say I'm very not straight.
What do you think
no,
of
I
this?
meant we.
I have no issues with this.
Mai doesn't know who the samurai is. They communicated through secret messages, but whoever it is knew about their illicit affair. This is someone who said he knows what it is to love Lady Masako. The mystery samurai seems possessive of the stolen heirlooms despite their lack of apparent value. We collect the stolen goods and we leave the two women to enjoy a tearful goodbye.
Are we gonna find a half-charred Lord Adachi, like risen from the dead as a like burned zombie?
Somehow coordinated the attack on his own home as he marched out.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna die anyway. I will have my revenge.
I'm the real ghost of Tsushima. So
I am the ghost of Adachi.
afterwards, Masako starts to explain to us, but Jin is an ally and says she doesn't owe him an explanation. She says she did care for her husband, but she cared for Mai too. She still does. She thinks she always will.
Jin slaps a rainbow sticker on his armor.
Polyamorous bisexual queen.
Yes. We catch up with Masako a few days later. She says the name at the top of her list is Sadao, the headman of Kuta Farmstead. Kuta's people served her clan. Masako's husband even bestowed the title of headman upon Sadao, and he repays with bloodshed. Thankfully, Sadao has a foolish brother who is nearby carting food meant for refugees somewhere else. We follow the cart sneaking through the forest. It seems like Sadao is in league with with bandits, and years before even hired them to put down protesting visitors in Kuta. So he was a shit guy, and he hired bandits to kill his own people. We take out the bandits and find a frightened woman. Jin assures her that she won't be hurt, but Masako doesn't look convinced. This is Hina, Sadao's wife. She claims the Mongols killed Masako's family. Knowing this is a lie, Masako agrees that they're basically going to take this woman and shelter her at the estate until she tells us something. Jin promises that Masako won't kill her. Masako can't get a word out of the woman back at the estate without her crying. Maybe a young, charming samurai will be able to get something out of her. Jin does not succeed at this. And outside, Masako and Jin meet up trying to think of something else to do. While they're out there, someone sneaks into the house and murders Hina. Our pair track a trail away from the estate and find Hachi, Sadao's brother. Where are we? Here he is. And find Hachi, Sadao's brother. He says he tried to free the woman, but she wouldn't leave. When she screamed for Jin, he had no choice. Hachi dies from wounds he sustained fighting them, but before he can reveal anything. But he is carrying a message from his brother. They find a map of supply routes. The monk Junshin reviews the map and notices one location isn't on his list of survivor camps. They head to that location, a lighthouse, to deal with the traitor once and for all. Inside, before Jin can get to her, Masako kills Sadao.
This is really the through line of her plot, isn't it? Characters dying before they can do anything.
So Sadao isn't
Just an angry lady.
Yeah, Sadao isn't a samurai, and he's probably not the mastermind. And Masako questions the point of this all. Was it just to satisfy Sadao's hatred? They still have so many questions.
Unrelated. Where was this armor in the Straw Hat Ronin Swinger Mess? This feels like exactly what I wanted the Straw Hat armor to be.
Yeah,
Which
Jin's
armor
got kind of like the
This is
straw cloak.
This might be the straw hat armor. I think the previous one was called Wandering Ronin.
I was about to say, like, this is giving what the vibes I had wanted from.
It's got your scarecrow shoulders
with
in
the
it.
cool cape.
Yeah.
There's not hundreds, but dozens of variations of each version.
You know what I've decided that I really, really need from the other armor that I'm getting from this is, when you get like the big raven feather cloaks?
Mm-hmm.
I need that on the family armor.
Nice. Nice. So they're questioning the point of all this. Is this just because Sadao hated her?
Yes.
Jin says that when the Mongols killed the samurai, he wanted to die too. He started this fight knowing he wouldn't win. It was easier. She asks us how we survive. And remember, says Jin, I have people to protect and the dead to avenge. Masako hopes that by killing Sadao, it will cause the mastermind to panic and make a mistake and bring them into the light. In the meantime, we decide to take her to Komoda Beach. She's never been, and they never recovered the bodies of her sons.
Oh.
She's comforted to hear that they were loyal and brave to the end. They also find Jin's dead horse on the battlefield and some of Masako's brother-in-law's men. They eventually find her boys strung up like animals by the Mongols.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, she's just like screaming in grief here. It's awful.
Is the cool teal just a family color?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is their family color. We help her bury them at the lighthouse where the boys used to play as children. And they share this nice moment together. In Imugi Cove, Masako has heard about a man who supplied the weapons that killed her family. She's been out camping waiting for him. She hasn't seen him in 20 years. He cheated Clan Adachi in a business deal, which ruined his reputation. He now has 2 sons that look exactly like he did 20 years ago. Tracking the pair down to a business meeting, they are too late to stop them being killed by the party that they're meeting. So this is clearly whoever masterminded this starting to cover their tracks and all the people who were involved being lured out and assassinated.
Guys, apparently the ghost is after me. I think we should start hiding some of this stuff.
They find a letter, and Jin says the person writes like they're desperate for money. He's no longer sure it's a samurai. Masako says there can't be many people on the island this cunning. Masako has one more name to cross off for now, the monk Junshin. She says that he conspired to kill her family.
And he's been a fucking pain all game anyway. Get him gone.
Jin's not sure about this one. Junshin's a good man. He saves refugees. He helped with the Golden Temple. His name isn't on the list they found.
Wait, was he not the monk that was fucking people over the temple?
No.
No, this is the guy with the bad red flag indicator.
This is Junshin is the one who's like, don't kill the fisherman. He's a good guy. And
I thought Junshin was the one who was like given like.
No, they cut that guy to bits.
Yeah, that's who I thought.
No,
Junshin was.
Junshin's his boss. He's a good guy. He's the leader of the Golden Temple.
Got it.
terrible judge of
I just
character.
got people mixed up. Got it.
Yeah, he wants to see the best in people, which is a mistake sometimes. Masako says she has evidence that Junshin was promised supplies for his refugee camps in return for information on her whereabouts. If nothing else, it proves that Junshin had contact with the mastermind. Jin says they cannot kill the monk, and Masako agrees. They head to a temple to speak with him. They rescue him as he's being attacked by Mongols who are trying to steal a statue of the Buddha from the temple. As Jin carries the monk from the building, an arrow whips past Junshin's face, cutting him across the cheek. Masako holds up her bow, telling us to stand aside. He betrayed my family. Jin steps in and tells Junshin to run. As Masako squares up to us, Jin tells her that if we fight, the Mongols win. She drops her bow and draws her sword. They already won. Jin defeats, here we are, squaring off. Jin manages to defeat Masako and helps her to her feet, telling her to stop being stupid. They are just in time to fight.
You're too cool to do this.
Yeah.
You're too cool.
I need you for main plot stuff.
But my vengeance!
Stop it. You're the coolest character in this fucking game.
They are just in time to fight off a wave of Mongol attackers. Afterwards, Jin confronts her. You tried to attack me. Have you lost your mind? When I looked at Junshin, she says, all I saw were my dead grandchildren, their faces after being cut down. I have lost everything. No, says Jin, you have sacrificed everything for revenge. What do you feel when you think of Ryuzo? We can't let anger consume us or blind us to our friends. You still trust me? She says. Junshin won't get far. She super pinky swears not to try and kill us again. We find Junshin nearby. He says that the person who offered him supplies... Okay, this is important.
We're doing pinky promises, everyone.
He says the person who offered him supplies called herself Lady Hannah. Masako rages, liar, and makes to draw her blade. But Jin stopped. Who's Lady Hannah? My sister.
Oh no.
She was massacred with the rest of my family. Junshin says Lady Hannah visited 2 nights ago, wore a crimson kimono with a golden sash. She smelled of chrysanthemum. This is enough for Masako, who breaks down in tears, disbelieving. Junshin refused the deal and didn't tell her anything. Masako is weeping. Her sister is alive, and she murdered the children. They agree to find her together. But we'll get to that later. For now, it's time to meet up with Best Gal Yuna
God,
at
this
one of the
game's so
survivor
fucking
camps.
ADHD.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunately just the way that that Neil has had to, by necessity, structure the lore dump. It feels more natural when you play.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But it's not like Neil can kind of bolt all of this into one.
I probably
big
could
section.
have. I probably could
I
have.
think honestly,
You think?
is this actually that bad, or is it just because in my real life I've got so many plates spinning right now that I've already got enough thoughts to simultaneously juggle? I'm like, oh, this is now even more thoughts to simultaneously juggle.
Yeah.
For now, it's time to meet up with Yuna at one of the survivor camps. She and Taka are waiting with the refugees outside of the walled town of Yarikawa, which, if you remember, was where the two of them were born. The Mongols have it surrounded and nobody can get in or out. Seems Lord Shimura's old rivals need some help. This could work out well. Yuna tells us there's a hidden entrance they used to use as children. Outside of the city, there's an army of Mongols. Who in the world could sneak past them? Obviously, the gang manage fine and sneak into the town up through a well. A local guard is shocked to see two former citizens of Yarikawa with the ghost. He takes us to his lord. Remember, this clan was disbanded after they lost the rebellion, but the family still runs things here and has worked to create a generation of people who hate Lord Shimura. The head of the family is named Ujimatsu Yarikawa. He greets us curtly at the gates of his home. He never thought Lord Shimura's nephew would be responsible for the ghost. He warns us we best be careful, or Lord Shimura will punish us as he punished our once great family. For inciting rebellion against your Jito, corrects Jin angrily, but Yuna steps in, taking the term to be the pacifier. She reminds the boys they have bigger problems now. Lord Yarikawa asks rudely if Yuna is our servant, and she says she was born here. The Lord is surprised to see a citizen of Yarikawa aiding Clan Sakai, but Yuna says she fights for the ghost. Jin makes his proposal. If he can break the siege of outside the walls, in return, Lord Shimura requests their help. Lord Yarikawa says the Mongols want to conquer the Japanese mainland. They'll surely lose interest in us soon. Yarikawa will survive, like we always do. Taka and Jin and Yuna decide to rescue some local soldiers to get started with. Yuna is annoyed that Taka's coming with them on this dangerous mission. Taka is not a soldier, but he's sick of being left behind. We track down and rescue some of Lord Yarikawa's soldiers.
Unrelated. Sorry to interrupt. Taka's very pretty.
Taka's a good looking boy. Yeah, absolutely.
Very pretty guy.
Very pretty.
Yeah, that bow's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
The
But
hair.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I think it just, between the hair and the nice bow, I'm like, pretty man.
Of all the things I want you to interrupt for, it is always that. So we go and rescue some of their soldiers. Taka starts helping make weapons for the soldiers.
Sly.
And we head back to speak.
Everybody gets a grappling hook.
Yeah, we head back to speak to the stubborn lord who thanks us begrudgingly for our efforts. This won't change his opinion of Lord Shimura, but Jin says that's not the goal. The samurai were wiped out. We need him. He says he'll consider it.
The opinions of Lord Shimura don't matter. I just need your opinions of me. I'm the new... I feel like by the end of this game, he will be the new Lord Shimura anyway. Shimura's going to die at some point. He's going to have to take over. Is that how family works? How does the branching of the families work? Because he's technically another clan.
He is.
But
Sakai's a different family.
but he's also his nephew. Because it's like each of the...
Yeah.
And did we say that Shimura is also under another leader?
No,
the Shogun.
the Shogun.
Okay, so
Shimura is the head of... He's the Jito of the whole island, of the whole...
Got it.
Yeah, of Tsushima.
Got it. Okay.
If you conquer him, you conquer Tsushima, but you don't conquer Japan.
Well, yeah, I knew that. I just wasn't sure whether there was multiple more steps between the Shogun and him. And we are in the Shogunate era right now, right? We're not in an imperial era.
No, I'm pretty sure the Shogunate is the big.
They talk about the Shogun in the game textually,
Okay. Yeah.
so yeah.
We will never meet the Shogun because this is all taking place in Tsushima.
So this is
great. Please.
This is fully unrelated and not even on this game. Yote, is that then only in Yote, or is that a wider one?
Same idea. Yote is a location.
Okay.
Yeah, and not set in the same time period.
Yeah.
Where's the Ghost of Kyoto? Are they making a third one?
I wouldn't be surprised if they make a third one.
I know that Yote didn't review as well as Tsushima, but people also really liked Yote.
We can kind of talk about why when we get to Yote, because I think, as somebody who also loves Yote, I think I personally am a bit more down on it than you are.
Yeah.
Although I think we both understand
Both
like where we come
positive
from.
on it.
Yeah, positive is a great way to describe it. So even though it didn't review quite as well, it's for ambitious reasons and expectations reasons rather than quality reasons. And I think that they might take that feedback and hopefully turn it into Ghost 3.
I think that also is just somebody who is looking at it from the outside. It was very difficult to parse legitimate criticisms for people who were just Erika Ishii.
Yeah.
Femme presenting. That's not Jin.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Erika Ishii isn't even on the radar of legitimate criticism.
this is why people were
Yeah.
moaning about it.
We get a cute scene. The night before the attack, Jin and Yuna share a drink atop the castle. She's doubtful they can succeed. They killed the samurai after all. What chance do a bunch of farmers have? We have to try, Jin says. She hands us the flask.
Oh.
I think you need this more than me. Several flasks later, our pair are merrily sharing stories.
What are the flasks made of? Do either of you know?
It's a gourd.
It's a gourd, like the...
It's a dried gourd.
Cool.
Is that like pottery?
No,
What do you mean
it's
it's an actual...
As far as I'm aware,
vegetable, right?
As far as I'm aware, it's the dried vegetable.
Really? Oh, wow.
I'm gonna
don't-
Google this.
Save it!
It would explain the shape.
Drop it!
Either that or maybe they used to be and then they were made of. I don't know. As far as I was aware.
Phone down.
I just know that in games where they have, like the monkey one, they're called gourds.
They are
I
healing
thought that
gourds.
was just... you must be right.
The monkey.
I thought that was like a shared name because they looked like the... But you might be right. So, several flasks later, and our pair are merrily swapping stories. They laugh about Kenji, not looking at you, and complain about the local sake. They share stories of their respectively demanding parents. Yuna's mother was an alcoholic who once broke Taka's arm when he was 6.
Oh.
Yuna took Taka away after that, and their mother was found dead a month later. Jin says that Yuna was brave to protect her brother. Sometimes our only choice is to walk away from everything we know. They stare longingly at each other and clink flasks. And that's the end of our little night together.
Do you
that their
ship
outfits
this,
match.
Chase? What do you think of these two?
I ship it.
Yeah, I ship it.
I like that he's being mellowed and made more one with his people by her, which is going to, make him a better leader, assumedly, if he's not dead by the end of the game, which I don't think he is. But
I love this. For me.
and also that she's becoming a little bit more trusting of maybe the people in charge by meeting this specific
It's
one.
very simple, but it's like really well done, I think.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Love it. That night, Jin is woken up by a loud explosion. The Mongols are at the
Maybe
gates.
they're not all honorers and thieves. Maybe there's
Maybe
something in
Thoner?
Maybe there's some
honor.
babes out there.
Thieves?
The Mongols are at the gates of Yarikawa. Fire arrows rain over the walls, and our heroes charge to the gates.
Pharaohs.
The yokel Yarikawans cheer us on for their doorways as we pass. The ghost! The ghost will save us! They beat back the first wave, but the Mongols roll out a giant siege weapon, a sort of ballista thing. Jin heads off alone, stealthing through the enemy lines in an effort to destroy the great thing. He blows it to bits, buying a little more time. Jin sneaks back into town to find the Mongols overrunning the place. He can hear the Mongol general, Tumuge, near the keep. Tumuge has sort of taught himself Japanese, and his crude ranting can be heard throughout the castle.
I mean, say what you will about the Mongols.
Yeah!
They've all gone to the effort of learning Japanese to conquer
More than the
people.
English ever bothered.
I know.
Yeah.
I also feel though that's probably an order from up high. I don't think they've all got the same thought process.
I don't know. I get this because it's only Tumuge and Koten that we ever see speaking Japanese. I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say I could see Koten doing it from like an analytical standpoint.
He
going,
did it
I
for
can
himself,
more
yeah.
efficiently conquer if I know this, and then him telling his underlings, and then like trying but clearly not doing it as well.
Well, maybe it is like he's inspired by him, or he's
maybe Tumuge just wants to be like him.
Out of curiosity, just because we know that he is nephew of Genghis,
nephew of Genghis Khan.
nephew of Genghis, yes.
No, I think most people say Genghis.
And the other one whose name I forget.
Kublai.
Kublai. Do we see them, or are they kind of just background that Nick mentions?
He's. I think he's a nephew or grandson of OG, who I think is dead by this point.
Because Genghis,
and we don't see Kublai.
Genghis never tried to conquer Japan. He was mainly worried about
I think
conquering
this
China.
is after he's dead. I think this is the descendants, the many descendants.
Okay.
And the Mongols tried to overtake Japan 2 or 3 times. This is the first.
I feel like the Mongol area, the Mongol Empire, Jesus, is a period of history that I want to learn more about.
Yeah, we don't get much of it because we were all
Yeah,
in
it's
this
certainly
part of the world.
underexplored over here. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of like older Asian history is very cool.
Yeah,
And I only tend to know the older Japanese history.
100%.
I'm not a weeb, I swear to God.
So Temuge has taught himself Japanese. Jin confronts him one-on-one. His golden armor glints in the moonlight. But Jin buffs it up even further with his big sword. Jin unlocks the power of beheading to terrify.
Oh my God, the head's just flying over on the side there.
Yeah.
So this is basically Jin can like sneak up or overpower generals and will like brutally from behind behead them. 'Tis not an honorable look, but he uses it to terrify surrounding troops. It's like a Batman fear thing.
Jesus.
The Mongol spirit's broken. The remaining forces flee, and Jin addresses the townspeople. Now we help Lord Shimura save our island. We're not soldiers, comes a frightened reply. Who killed these Mongols? Who stood against their siege? Who saved Yarikawa? We did, says a suitably inspired Taka. You can't all wait here for the Mongols to try again, implores Yuna. You say you are not soldiers, but you are warriors. We can defeat the invaders and save our home, but only if we stand together. There's a pause, and the surrounding townspeople all bow to the ghost.
Woo! All right, got an army of farmers.
There he is.
Very cool. But also going backslide. Unrelated. I just really like the guy's sword.
What?
The huge sword.
It's really like the sword. It's like part claymore, part scimitar, part katana.
Yeah.
It's got some rings on the back.
Yeah.
Are those effective or anything? Who knows? They look fucking cool.
So, the town of Yarikawa is on board with the ghost. At Castle Shimura, Koten Kan and Ryuzo are enjoying some tea together on the wall.
I love his outfits.
Oh, yeah, he's weird. Do you want to describe it for anyone listening?
It's very cool combination of like casual regal, like very, very nice embroidered patterned fabrics, but like also with armor elements. Like it's a very like, this wouldn't feel like armor, but it's got studs embedded in it. And then he's got an armored cape.
He never has a day off. He's always ready. He's somewhat.
It feels like I'm not going into battle, but I'm ready for a battle if it comes.
It looks like it might be a red dragon on the front.
Yeah.
Yellow background and maybe a red dragon embroidered.
And I'm always a fan of some random chains, a bit of fur trim.
Everybody needs a cape. Everybody needs a cape and a cloak. It immediately always makes armor cooler.
I love how restrained he is when he speaks as well. You know, he's not. You see flashes of rage in that first fight, but he's such a composed person.
But it almost feels more like a warrior's rage of like he's very calm and confident in his abilities, and for a brief moment he went,
exactly. Yeah,
you got through.
Yeah,
that
100%.
And it's less like a rage at him at
Jin,
and more a rage at himself for letting.
It's a really cool way to look at it. Yeah.
But there's one thing to criticize on him. He's got really weird fuckboy hair.
He does sort of have.
Yeah.
It's like almost like it's almost like what you look like if you have a mohawk that you haven't actually gelled up.
Yeah.
Like it's just like shaved on the sides. It's not like it's a short back and side, but going all the way up to almost the top of the head. So just like a little strip of hair, but it's like floppy down.
Don't say that to him.
It's very interesting hair for an otherwise very, very cool character.
He addresses Ryuzo.
Who is looking rough, mate.
I was about to say he looked really hot.
I mean, he is hot, but he is also looking rough.
The hottest he's looked. It looked like he's got a bit of like
sometimes a bit of grief and not enough food. I guess. That's the secret.
He's giving scraggly emo band member currently, and I'm aroused.
He's giving killed all his friends.
Yes,
that's what he's giving.
Had to burn some people. Koten Kan tells him that your friend defeated one of my best generals. The men have started to believe he's invincible. You will prove them wrong. I don't care about the reward for Jin's head, says Ryuzo. And have you stopped caring for your loyal straw hats? Jin is the best swordsman on the island, admits Ryuzo. My men can't kill him. There are many ways to eliminate a foe. Find another. What if we didn't have to kill him? The scene fades.
I love how he's like, you gotta kill him, prove it.
Yeah.
And he's like bestie, he's beaten me like 6 times already. Like this, how do you expect this to go different?
Seems like he's got a plan.
And he's like, well, here's a thought. What if you fuck Honor, walk up to him with a big cup like you're gonna offer him a drink, and then splash him with gasoline,
Have
light him
you
on fire.
considered the splash and flash?
I've started, training you in the ways of setting people on fire. Have you considered Jin is a witch?
I wasn't doing that because I'm mean. I was doing that to help you.
The Witch of Tsushima.
So, Yarikawa now on board. We head back to our uncle to tell him what's up. The pirate Goro will carry our message, and two of...
The pirate Goro.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
We're
funny
baiting
about
you.
what's funny about that?
I'm getting fucking... You're truly being a master at baiting currently.
Watch the Yakuza series, everybody.
We've not gotten there. Well, we will get there.
The pirate Goro will carry our message, and two of Shimura's men will go with him to petition the shogun. Shimura and Jin take over a nearby Mongol fort together and use its siege weapons to distract the local navy forces to buy Goro enough time to make it past the fleet. So he's away, on his way to the mainland with the message.
Unrelated. This is a very interesting outfit on him. I can't... It's giving... when you get really posh British guy who has the ruffles, except instead of ruffles, it's like just
Beaded.
the same kind of like beaded.
Yeah.
What is the?
It gives military.
Reeds?
It's a military general that doesn't get. I know he gets his hands dirty, but it's giving a military general that doesn't get his hands dirty.
The armor, is it made of woven reeds? Is that what it is?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it is, but I can't remember specifically. But yeah, it's like a ruffled collar made out of.
Here's a good look
reeds.
at the huacha, the weapon we've been talking about. So
love it.
they steal it and use it to burn ships. So you can see here it's really like some sort of medieval RPG.
It's great. I love it.
So it's going like as the rockets fly out of it. So Shimura, after they take the fort and help Goro get away, Shimura says he's proud of the warrior. No, the man we have become. He says
Not the man.
Ghost. He says his message to the shogun included an announcement. He wishes to formally adopt Jin as his son. In my heart, he says, you have always been the heir to my legacy.
Okay, well, so there's your red flag. That is
When this war ends, we will make it official. One day, our people will look to Jin as their leader. You will become the honorable Jito, backed by the power of the shogun.
Yep.
I know you will serve our people well.
Death flag.
There's your death flag, and there is exactly what I said earlier when I was questioning how do the family structures work. Would he become the Jito?
Turns out
I
you can
didn't
just
say anything at the time.
whatever you want.
Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And we're gonna honor's gonna look a bit different in the near
I
future.
don't to give away too much of my backstory on these, but as an adopted kid myself, I enjoy this dynamic between them.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I know that as a collective, obviously we've been kind of shitting on Shimura, and of course that's part of the joy of the story.
I love him,
but I
so
love him
much,
so
man.
much.
Oh,
Such an
love him.
interesting character.
He's a very good.
He's rigid and he's so stiff, but he's got so much love for this character.
Weirdly though, I feel like for as rigid and stiff as he is, he's actually feels more flexible than Jin does. At least at the start, where it's like he's like, oh yeah, you've done all these thievery type things, but I can see that they were necessary. Whereas Jin really struggles.
He
with them.
does in that conversation tell him to stop.
Yeah.
He says,
Oh,
you know.
I think he does, but he's like,
Yeah.
but I recognize why you did it, and I think that it was the right choice there. Like it does feel like he's a bit more flexible to the needs, and will put his people first, but like wants to prioritize honor as best he can.
I think it's fair to say this, especially at this stage of the story where we're at now. Shimura is anti-Ghost. He's not anti-Jizz, but he's anti-Ghost.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. Maybe I've not included enough.
Yeah.
He is very against the methods that Jin has used up to this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Very much so. But he's like, it's fine. Just stop and start using Samurai Code again.
And so just to kind of realign my brain, what specifically in terms of like what he's doing is considered anti-samurai?
Stabbing people in the back.
Yeah, the assassination element of it. You should always face your enemy head on and call them out and face them one-on-one. You don't sneak around stabbing them. You don't use,
Poison darts.
The poison darts.
Okay.
Which we haven't really, it will come back around that. So we'll put a pin in that for now. The fear, the idea of using the thing he does where he cuts off the general's heads to terrify the enemies as a mechanic.
Yeah.
Not cool. Of course, according to Shimura.
Out of curiosity, just because I know it's an actual thing, Are there any mentions of ninja throughout this game? Because all his techniques...
This is before the ninja, I think. This is
was it?
before.
Okay.
So I don't think they had ninja in there, and I think that's something we'll maybe touch on in Yote.
Are there
Shinobi
more
or
explicit...
Yote, right?
Are there more explicit...
So there were no shinobi at this point yet.
But there are in Yote.
Perhaps.
Okay. Because it feels like it's more... He's a samurai who is adopting some of the techniques...
Yeah, I would say it's
shinobi.
more that he's accidentally, inventing
Shinobi
some of
the
them.
official word.
I
feel like I don't actually know what the difference between
Here you go.
ninja
Well,
and shinobi.
okay, so I did look it up because I realized we are all kind of floundering in the dark to find out, and it is
little bit.
interesting. So traditional shinobi did not become common until later in Japanese history, 14th to the 15th centuries.
Wow.
This
So
is the 13th
hundreds of years
Right after this
century.
game.
No, hundreds of years
That
after.
would have been like 100.
This is 13th century, and it's between the 14th and the 15th. So, let's
between-
say 150 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea is that Jin effectively is the first to try this stuff.
So they're really Assassin's Creeding it. They're really Assassin's Creeding it.
It is time.
God, this really is just better Assassin's Creed.
It is. It's time to go and start freeing Castle Shimura.
This is Assassin's Creed if they could finally free themselves from being forced to include all the weird "we're going into your ancestors" thing.
Yeah.
We arrive at our uncle's camp, his forward camp, to find him drilling the troops. Treat your weapon like it's an extension of your arm, he's telling them. He tells us, well done. Thanks to our efforts, he has an army to retake his castle. We remind him that it was Yuna. She guaranteed the troops from Yarikawa. He's already arranged transport to the mainland, and he thanks her. The Shogun's troops will be here soon. Before they arrive, they must resolve a new problem. Shimura's scouts intercepted messages from the Khan to Ryuzo. Our old friend Straw Hats are poised to strike at the army's flank. Ryuzo's not far. He's at a nearby fort. Shimura tells him we have to face him ourselves, but Jin says we do not have to face him ourselves, but Jin says he has to deal with it alone. We speak with Yuna. We need her help one more time before she leaves to get inside the fort. Yuna pauses, looking down before meeting Jin's eyes. I can't. Please understand, I spent my life working for this, going to bed hungry, risking my neck so that we'd have enough money to start a new life on the mainland. I can't give up now. He says, help me defeat Ryuzo. I'll see you there myself. This is your battle, Jin. She says, not mine.
I'll see you there myself. No, you won't.
Yeah.
You're too tied to this island. I mean, if you see her there, it's going to be to drag her back to the island.
I think he means I'll see you to bed myself.
I mean, I'm sure he does. And he's going to go, my wife on the island. Be whatever the name of the wife of Cheeto is.
All we need is here to start a new life. He says he won't stop her, and he thanks her for everything. I hope you find peace. Taka steps in. Jin tells him to listen to his sister. Taka's basically like, well, I can help. And he's like, no, you can't. Jin steels himself. I can do this alone, under cover of night. Poised on a cliff above Ryuzo's fort, Jin surveys the scene for an entrance point. As he makes ready, a voice comes through the darkness. Lord Sakai! It's Taka. Wait.
God, he's looking hotter than before. I swear to God, each of these characters, with every time we see them, gets hotter.
I swear I need to spray this office when you leave, Chase, to get the horniness out of the room.
Rude. I mean,
the pheromones.
I mean, I'm sorry. Look at him. Look at that face. Look at the bedroom eyes. Look at how every time we see specifically him and fucking other guy, Bestie.
We've done one page.
It looks like they have more guy liner.
I'm so hungry.
Taka says he doesn't want to let you do this alone, and if Yuna won't come with you, I will. You're not trained for this, we tell him. In Yarikawa, you said we can save our home if we stand together. I stand with the ghost. At least let me create a distraction. Draw some of them away. Even the odds for you. Jin sighs and reluctantly agrees. When they chase Taka, he's to ride back to camp as quickly as possible. Taka won't let us down, he says. He rides past the gates of the camp, screaming out, dogs! Mongols are nothing but ugly dogs! It's a drive-by dissing.
What a legend.
The samurai will take your head! The main force chase Taka out of the castle, and we do see him sort of getting away as they chase him. Well done, Taka. Now get back to the camp safely, son. Inside the main gate, Jin comes face to face with his best friend. Probably not anymore, actually. Ryuzo says it's good to see you. You know why I've come. Yes, Ryuzo says. I made sure you'd know where to find me. The camp.
Chase is taking a picture of Ryuzo because they're thirsting.
Correct.
Continue.
I made sure you'd know where to find me. The Khan wants to meet you. I'm not here to talk. You betrayed us all. We can save our home together. Ryuzo says, it doesn't have to be like that. Yes, Ryuzo, it does. Ryuzo nods, and as Jin goes to draw his sword, a man appears from behind and strikes Jin with a staff, knocking him unconscious. So that was the plan.
Just knock him out.
Okay, I need you to focus for this.
And he's
next
not
bit.
dead. He's all good.
The next voice we hear as we come to is Taka's. Lord Sakai, please wake up.
Oh, no. No. No.
It's daylight, and we are both tied to wooden
we're both
stakes
tied.
facing each other. Taka says we were gone so long he got worried and came back to rescue us, but the Mongols caught him.
Oh, I love Taka.
We have to get free. They're going to kill us. Jin gets to work trying to mash X to loosen himself from his bindings. Taka's eyes go wide, and from behind Jin steps the great warlord himself.
Oh, hello.
Jin can tell from the stare what Taka has seen. Taka, he tells him, be brave. Koten Kan holds a goblet up to Jin.
Oh, not the goblet, no.
To be fair, it's not what you think. He says, you must be thirsty. And Jin looks away. He then brings the goblet to Taka. Milk from my favorite horse. Her final gift to me. She broke her leg yesterday.
Milk from my horse.
Horses make milk?
I've just never heard of anybody drinking horse
I
milk.
guess the Mongols
The
do.
Mongols do.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense. Of course, people and all, but...
She broke her leg yesterday, so I fed her to my men. We do what we must, Lord Sakai. That is why you and I are both survivors. I am samurai. No, you're more than that. You're the ghost. Convince your people to join me, and I will give them peace. We will never serve you. He sighs, disappointed. Your uncle, he said the same thing when I asked him to end this war. He picks up Jin's katana from a nearby table and draws it. He refused to be your slave. I too have pride in family, and I know what it's like to live in their shadow. Why should we settle for scraps when we deserve to be legends? He is a legend, says Taka. See, your people follow you. Join me and save them. You want to divide and conquer. You did it to Ryuzo, not us. Kan sighs dramatically. Your legend does not even care about you, he addresses Taka, and cuts him loose. He holds the sword out to the young blacksmith. You kill him, and you can go. Taka takes the sword, stepping towards Jin. Drums beat in the distance.
I feel like he's going to kill himself.
Run, Jin tells him. Taka closes his eyes, fear giving way to resolve. He yells and swings the sword back at the Kan, who steps aside and kicks him into the dirt, the sword spinning away.
What a lad.
He pins Taka to the ground, picking up the sword. Stop! Screams Jin. Tell Yuna! The Kan slashes Taka's throat, killing him instantly.
No.
Jin watches on, shaking as the Kan saws off Taka's head and holds it up to us.
I feel in such a place with this game where, not in a bad writing way, but in a, it's really evident from a whiles off where the story is going at points. And I just feel held hostage to watch it hurl towards that target.
Again, it's the thing that we keep saying is like the game's story isn't necessarily some big surprising revelation. It's just very well put together.
It's really well executed.
Yeah.
But like, there's no way that this wasn't going to resolve in this. There's no way this is not going to resolve in now a splitting of him and Yuna. There's no way that things aren't going to resolve in what's his name dying and him becoming
Very confident.
Yeah,
You're very confident.
I'm very confident because
You got those written down, Monty?
Yeah, I've got them all up in my wee noggin. It's all in my noggin.
unlike me, who whenever you guys make a prediction, I do a little notepad document and I go, no, I'm just editing the notes really quick. Like don't worry about what I'm doing.
So he holds up Taka's head in front of Jin. Your friend died for you. He throws the head aside. Now I must find another, and you must choose again. It's night.
Oh,
Jin has been left alone with Taka's headless body for
God.
hours. Yeah, we
That-
probably won't have this image in the
That's brutal.
YouTube video.
Jesus Christ! Put a little Lord Ump logo over it.
Is that tasteless to the
Or just
memory of
Photoshop
Taka?
his head back on.
We'll put a big goofy sticker over it. Finally, after hours of trying, Jin manages to break free of his restraints. He finds his sword, and one thought comes to his mind. Kill them all. stopping
Oh
to
no, he's following his aunt's methods.
stopping to buy his lesbian aunt, stopping to buy over Taka's body. Jin tells him to find peace before going on the mother of all rampages through the fort. Straw hats fall before us like wheat before the scythe. Traitor bastards, Jin screams. At the front gate, a breathless Yuna meets us. She just saw the can leave with Ryuzo. Where is Taka? I know he's here. He left a message saying he'd followed you. Where is he? Jin closes his eyes and shakes his head. No. Jin tries to hold her, but she shakes him off and charges past him. No, he wasn't supposed to be here. Why didn't he listen? She runs to the back of the fort, a raw scream bursting forth as she finds her brother. She holds his hand and sobs. He tried to make you proud. He wanted to be like the ghost. You shouldn't have made him come. I tried to stop him, but he wanted to help. That's Taka, she whispers. Together, they take his body and bury him, forever resting in the land he never managed to leave.
Oh.
Yuna tells Jin, this isn't his fault, it's hers. No, says Jin, it was the Khan, Ryuzo, and every Mongol on this island. Help me kill them all. Yuna says she's lost all reason to leave now. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, except stay and fight. She asks if Taka was brave. Jin says he was always brave. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm choked up.
And that is prediction 1 dashed.
I will give you. I thought her whole character at this point has been, I want to take my brother and have us leave.
Yeah.
I fully thought she was going to blame him. Fair enough.
No. I mean, it's a fair, it would be a very reasonable,
Like, that conversation really could have gone one of two ways, and she would have been justified in either. Like, you are now the reminder of my brother's death.
I do, however, also like that she's gone, it was a very Taka thing to do. Mm-hmm, like this as much as this hurts, it's not your fault.
She does have a brief moment of saying he wanted to be like you shouldn't have let him come, but then she, blames herself more than anything.
Which I think is the natural reaction.
So this is Taka's resting place, and we bow and we can play our flute for Yuna as she grieves her brother.
Play a jaunty jig.
His favorite song.
I like his outfit. It's just unrelated. I want it.
You never got to see Sabrina Carpenter.
What's Sabrina Carpenter?
I don't know.
How oddly specific. Taka's favorite.
Okay.
He's got good taste. Sorry, continue.
Shit's kicking off.
Bannerman
Lord Oga has arrived on the island with the Shogun's reinforcements.
Okay.
He was dispatched as soon as the Shogun received the message. We are to ride to battle, defeat the Khan, and reclaim Castle Shimura.
Slay.
At the camp, Kenji is helping out with a battering ram.
Slay.
It's set up. It's a step up from his sake cart. Sensei Ishikawa is impressed with the Shogun's men. These are elite warriors, but even they could do with a few archery lessons from him. The peasants from Arikawa are here too. He says they are impressive in raw talent, if not in skill. He would like a month to train them up. Jin says he has an hour. Then you should stop distracting me, he says.
I've just remembered Mr. Archer. Did we ever fucking find out what was going on with his student? Did we follow that thread, or was that...
We're not going to... I couldn't follow... Basically, there are 3 equally long threads. Masako's, Ishikawa's, and Norio the monk. They are all equally long side quests. I was at 22,000 words and had to pick one.
Can you TLDR in 2 sentences what happens with his
We will
student?
maybe later on we will
Okay,
do that.
right.
There is a better place to do that.
Postscript.
Yes. Lady Masako is training peasants. She appreciates their hardiness and their stubborn nature. I mean, we haven't even finished Buddy Masako's plot yet. She appreciates their hardiness and their stubborn nature. More stubborn than you? Inquires Jin. Not a chance. A week ago, these people would have spit on the names Sakai and Adachi, but after Jin's actions in Yarikawa, they're here because of the ghost. We will not disappoint them. Norio's here with the remaining monks, ready to peacefully whack those Mongols into the sea. Yuna is here, inside, praying. We tell her it's time. She has not slept. Taka should be here. She says he believed in Jin. Jin stood up for the people when no one else would. I would give my life for the people, says Jin. Oh, I'm for you. We meet Lord Shimura on the hill.
I love it. All our friends are here moment.
Yeah. There's a few of these.
They did get horse armor.
Yes.
His horse has antlers.
Yes, it does.
It's a reindeer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We meet Lord Shimura on the hill above the camp. Lord Oga accompanies us. He commends our recent efforts. He asks if the rumors of the ghost are true. Jin says the people needed something to believe in after the samurai were defeated. Olga reminds us the samurai are back now. It's time to put folktales to bed and re-establish the shogun's law. Jin says it's time to save this island and the people who call it home. Politics can wait until the Khan is dead.
Sorry, my thought was on your next image. We can. Yeah. I'll get back to it when we get there.
We join Uncle Daddy Shimura.
No, my thought. This is. I feel I have a comment on armor design because I'm just very curious. Anytime I see specifically the helmets for samurai, which always typically have massive decorative elements that I can't help but think from a practical sense would make you less effective in battle.
I don't think they are practical, though. I think they're designed to be impressive and intimidating.
Yes, but they're still what you wear into battle.
Oh, yeah.
Like if this was like ceremonial armor that he was only ever going to wear at like, a military ceremony or something, it makes sense. But when you get like the massive horns or the massive swoopy, moon things or the big emblems in the front, I'm just very curious.
We know all the words.
The thinking behind that is, and I don't think any of the three of us know. If anybody knows, get down in the comments.
I think we know what the thinking is behind it. We just don't think it's very practical.
Well, you sound a lot like Kotal Khan right now.
I'm wondering what the thinking from a. Well, I mean, if you want my critiques on his, as cool as a big, running feather ribbon looks from the top of your hat.
Cool though. No, it's so cool.
No. I agree. Looks cool as shit. I just fucking
grab it.
Rip off his helmet, bash his head in.
I mean, he's got a little chin strap for it, so you can't do that.
Like, for as boring, for as, like, this is, in every single way, I'd say Asian armor is almost always cooler looking. And I don't want to, like, do, like, a, nationalities and armors in comparison. But anybody look at European armor, for as fucking boring as it looks, I'm like, that's practical.
Yeah, but you can't move in the European stuff. This is light as shit. You can be dancing around with a sword, so it probably compensates for your big horn.
For the rest of this game chase, I now have an image on my head, which is you on Shimura's back, grabbing those horns and riding him around the battlefield.
And trying to pull the feather off of cans.
Come on.
I'm just really curious, and I feel like, I'm no historian, but I'd love to, do a little autistic deep dive on the history of armor in various regions.
That's my homework for you before we do Yote then.
Slay, I will.
That's the homework for the comment section.
Yes, comment section. If anybody wants to jump in, who knows better than me.
We don't need to ask them.
I would love to ask you, explicitly, give me the history of armor. I'm just very curious.
Make it search engine optimized as well. That'd be great.
But I swear to God, if any of you give me a chat GPT answer, I swear to fucking God.
Daddy Shimura tells us we have done well. We have everything we need.
He's not daddy yet. He's not gotten approval yet.
Jin tells him what happened with the can, that he wanted Jin to betray Shimura. If he'd known Jin was captured, Shimura says he would have marched his entire army to save us. Yuna helped me escape, but her brother died with honor.
Out of curiosity, how does he feel on... Is this a bad point to ask a question?
It is a little bit of a bad point.
Okay.
We are building
No,
I'm sorry.
It's not. Go for it.
My question was just, what are his thoughts on Yuna specifically? Because obviously he's very anti the ghost. What are his thoughts on Yuna? Because assumedly, if my predictions are right, we are building up towards Yuna and Jin having a relationship. One, I don't even know, kind of peasant marry into a lordship family?
Well, that's his thought, is like she's beneath you.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't consider them romantic. I don't think Shimura's thinking about them romantically at all.
I know that Shimura's not. I'm thinking that Jin is.
I think that Shimura sits somewhere between disapproving of her background and her thievery, but acknowledging that she is brave and has a lot of heart.
Just curious. Obviously, she's very intrinsically tied up in this plot now.
100%.
I was just very curious what his thoughts are, because obviously we know his thoughts on the ghost.
Yeah. So Jin obviously tells him that Taka died, her brother died. The Khan will pay for his sacrifice and for all that you have endured, Jin. The Shogun formally supports my decision to adopt you. When our island is saved, you will be heir to Clan Shimura, not as a ghost, but as a samurai. Jin nods. I won't disappoint you, uncle. Today we ride into battle as Sakai and Shimura. Tomorrow we celebrate victory as father and son. On the walls of the castle, the Khan and Ryuzo await our attack. Samurai pride themselves on their honor code, but it also makes them rigid, predictable, easy to break. The ghost has no limits. This makes him dangerous. Shimura and Jin lead the line of proud samurai warriors. Wait.
Oh, hi. Yes. I had a question.
You stopped me.
I raise my hand so you get a natural place to break.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. If he gets adopted, what happens to his clan? Does it just get...
Well, I mean, it's kind of already
Absorbed?
done because it's just
Absorbed.
him. Yeah, but it's...
I thought he had people
There are no Sakai anymore. There's only him. So presumably if he becomes Shimura, yeah, that's the end of Sakai.
I guess
Him and his nanny, who is still alive because we didn't do that side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
She's not a
I
Sakai,
suppose
but she's-
in my head, I'm thinking less on the family and more on the region they assumedly control. And I guess that would just get absorbed in. He's just,
I would
has a new
say
clan name.
say that when he's the Jito, you would just assign another, one of your loyal families. You could say that's your bit now.
That's Yuna's now.
I'm basing this purely on what people might have done in the UK, but
just very
anyway.
curious.
Jin and Shimura lead the line of proud samurai. Warriors of Tsushima, today we defeat Khotan Khan, retake Castle Shimura, and drive the Mongols from our home. The cavalry charge smashes into the first wave of Mongol defenders outside of the keep. The battering ram shattering the gates. The men operating it immediately shot down by waves of archers. Jin pushes through, spying. Oh, here we are, some fighty. I just got some random fighting.
Some fighty.
Jin pushes through, spying a Mongol general through the next gate. Sneaking up over the gate, Jin uses his poison blow dart gun to drive some of the soldiers mad. So there's different upgrades to it, but basically you unlock your classic, drive soldiers mad, make them attack each other, blow dart. He shoots two of them, driving them insane, before jumping down and cutting the general's head off, terrifying the surrounding troops. Just as Daddy Shimura emerges through the gate behind him in time to see Jin holding up the severed head of the general and screaming at the fleeing soldiers, "Run, cowards!"
Oh no, he's seen the ghost tactics.
It's like, oi!
Jin! He is horrified by
Jin,
this.
what the fuck?
He is genuinely horrified by this. Jin, what are you doing?
He's like, I heard about this, but it's so much worse in person. Oh my god.
Not the time, uncle!
I'm clearing the way, Jin says. Not like that. Never like that. Face them as a warrior with honor, not a monster. It's all they understand, Jin says. Terror is not the weapon of a samurai. The Mongols launch some fireworks at them to break up the scene. He tells Jin to destroy the weapon with honor. Jin climbs the tower and turns the weapon on the Mongol troops, blowing them to bits. The Khan's men are losing ground.
God, the entire time he's like, I know we're winning this battle, but I'm like really reconsidering this option now. Yeah. Like, holy shit, man.
You've gone off the deep end, man. Jin joins his uncle on a nearby wall to see the Mongols sealing a final gate to the main fortress across a bridge.
Yeah.
Shimura, Jin's basically like, this is about, they're clearly regrouping and this doesn't look good behind that gate. Let's hold off here for a second. And Shimura's like, no, charge, samurai, and sends a host charging across the gate. Behind the bridge, the Khan's men have doused a horse and cart in oil and filled the cart with explosives. I know.
Not the horse.
I know. They send it charging through the assembled samurai on the bridge. Jin and Yuna are trying to shoot the beast down, but the cart explodes, taking down dozens of samurai in an instant as the three of them watch on, horrified.
Oof.
Shimura says, we'll regroup. We'll attack at dawn. This is fine. And Yuna's basically like, he sent them to die for nothing. And Jin says that we're not doing that. We've lost too many. If you had listened to me, there is another way. We will discuss it alone. At the camp, Jin and Shimura argue. The Lord wants to honor the sacrifice of the men they just watched burn, but Jin says their blood is on our hands. Shimura looks conflicted at this. Jin knows he can find a way past the bridge, poison the enemy, an act of terror. I'm trying to save our people by teaching them to fear us. If you continue down this path, you will be no better than the Mongols. I trained you to fight with honor. Honor died on the beach. Jin tells his uncle, the Khan deserves to suffer. You are ruled by your emotion, Jin. I sacrificed everything for our people. I gave them hope. You did nothing. Shimura smacks Jin across the face at this and then looks very shocked at himself. Realizing what he's done, he makes to apologize. Jin, we are finished. Jin storms off, leaving his uncle standing alone.
Ugh.
Big fight. Jin checks on his allies. Ishikawa and Masako have seen enough to approve of the ghost and his methods. Yuna makes to go and gather wolfsbane. Jin will sneak in and use it to poison the drinks of the assembled soldiers. Watch them choke on their own blood.
It's very interesting that he's very stuck with ideals. He's very the ghost tactics. No. But every single other person's like ghost tactics good. Ghost tactics great. He's the only one who's understand. Like to be fair,
soul, isn't he?
To be fair, ghost tactics. Verging on war crimes. Like, to be fair.
For sure.
Understandable why he is. It's very interesting to see almost the people turning against him and more aligning themselves with the ghost.
It is. I think they're on the front lines as well. They've seen Jin use these tactics to help with their own quests. But yeah, for sure. He's the things he's doing, some of them are wrong, perhaps. But if we had done things Shimura's way, they would have lost. Shimura would have died.
I feel like it's a middle ground of being a bit sneaky, being a bit, deceptive and, using some assassinations. That's understandable given the situation. The beheading and being like, I'm gonna fucking get all you.
That's
a bit much.
It's the perfect kind of philosophical debate and argument, which is where both of them have very valid points. And it's, Shimura's effectively comes down to, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain if you're really bogging it down. And yeah, it's interesting. It's the core of the game, and it is so well written.
Yeah. Yuna warns us that our uncle will find out if we do this plan, but Jin knows. Yuna pauses. Taka was making something for you when he passed. He'd want you to have it. Are we ready for the final?
Let's go. Taka armor.
Swing
or miss.
This is the ghost armor.
Ooh.
This is the one that I have seen online. This
is the base one, of course.
I don't hate it by any means. It's a bit plain. I think of the plain ones, it's probably my favorite. I think the biggest issue that I always have, and this has been the issue with a few of the base models, is when he has this, because he wears his hair tied back and combines it with a hairband, it looks like he has a shaved head. And I just think that makes him look a bit like your generic RPG brawler character. It's the same issue I had when he had the one that had like the kind of framey head, where it looked like he had a really kind of shaved head. The armor itself is cool. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I would say this is a miss. Now that you've pointed out that he looks like a generic brawler character in an RPG, I can't unsee it. I used to think this was a swing, and I'm changing my mind.
It's very interesting that almost all of my misses, though, have never been total misses. It's almost every single time been, I like the body.
It's all nicely
I just
designed,
don't like the head,
which is optional. Just to be clear, again, we can remove the headband or the mask or
I
whatever.
think I do tend to, in most games where you can remove head armor. I tend to remove head armor in basically every game.
Are you ready for the upgraded version?
Yeah.
Ooh, like it a lot more. Again, look at that cloak. The cloak fixes it.
Yeah.
It has the exact same issue, but is objectively better in every way. But it has the exact same. I wish it had a full helmet. Basically, I don't like any of the ones that kind of are a headband and show his hair. It needs a full helmet.
Yeah.
But everything else about it, 10 out of 10 swing. It's almost
Definitely
giving superhero vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's giving like a samurai themed superhero.
Yeah, he's sort of villainous Batman in some ways, isn't he? He's not villain.
A
but you know
little
what I
bit.
mean.
I see what you're going for with that.
Well, the ghost is his superhero moniker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of. So is this the final upgrade path?
This is the final one for this armor.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
There's like 30 armors.
Oh, I just meant for this one. Yeah. Of the ones we've seen, second favorite.
Ooh, that sounds like a swing.
Let's be so. It is a swing. To be so clear, both this and the base model. For all my issues with the base model, which is the head, they're both swings, but neither have come close to even approaching the family armor.
The family armor.
The family armor is just
100%.
Clan armor.
Like this is like there. The family armor is all the way fucking
Love
up
it.
there.
Sounds like you choose the path of honor.
I will say, or not. No, I will say, as a question, does this game? Is it pure? Do I need to play stats armor or
No?
No.
Can
So
you
the
wear
armors?
any?
Armors do have
like abilities,
boons, and
Yeah.
benefits. But you could 100%. The game is not super hard. You could wear whatever you wanted. And
See,
Some of the boss fights are tricky.
and
Yeah.
maybe this is me being at core primarily an MMO player, where I'm so used to some sort of transmog system. I just always want the ability to have a, cosmetic override, so I can have my ugly ass armor that I'm wearing for stats, but then wear whatever one I want to make me look fucking cool
I don't
for the RPG.
think there's a transmog system, but bear in mind you do get all your different colorings.
Most
and
single player
it
games
doesn't
don't
affect,
have a transmog system.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your defense or anything. As Neil says, it's boons. Like the Ronin armor might make you better at duels or something.
It's very
but
interesting. I'm very interested in just our general game design thing. Very curious why it seems like only MMOs have a transmog
Well, do
system.
you know who does do it?
Who?
Assassin's Creed nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does it?
yeah.
Yeah, Shadows and possibly Valhalla, but yeah.
See, I only
It's totally hidden. It's buried. But
I was about to say I've played maybe 10 hours of Valhalla, and then I played maybe 5 hours of
10
Shadows.
hours.
T-
Barely
10
got
hours.
past the opening cutscene.
I know.
Oh,
That's 1% of the
you're
game.
well fucked. I made it to England, and
Yeah.
I made it to, I think, the first settlement in England, and then I went, okay, I'm done.
I've seen this now.
Well, I think both of them became I'll play this game when I have free time, and then I never had free time, and I've got about 50 games in my backlog that
We kept telling you to write more Yakuzas. You're like a Charles Dickens child in our please sir, no more Yakuzas. More. Bring
more
us more. Except in this, you are both the child and the
factory
cruel
owner.
factory owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Dressed in his all-new ghost attire, Jin swings across the cracked bridge into the fort, poisoning barrels of drink, of milk, presumably. Fermented milk, a lot of them are drinking. As he goes, the Mongols have set up all manner of defenses on the other side of the bridge, and it was clear that Shimura would have led them into a massacre the next day. The Khan is totally prepared for this on the other side of this bridge. The first soldiers begin drinking from their barrels. It is then a grisly sight. Blood bursting from their noses and projecting from their mouths. They die in a lot of pain, and Jin looks very uncertain, but grounds himself and presses into the castle. Inside, we find Ryuzo. He is not looking great. He is.
Ryuzo as a through line.
Yeah. He says the Khan rode north. He's not here, but he made him stay behind to collect the ghost's head. Jin doesn't even hesitate this time and draws his sword. Come claim it.
Oof.
No, says Ryuzo. I could have killed you earlier. Instead, I convinced the Khan to give you a chance. He murdered Taka, and you slaughtered my men, Jin. I've lost everything except you. We can defeat the Mongols together. After everything you've done, tell the people I was your spy, sent to gain the Khan's trust. They'll believe the ghost. Stop. You are my oldest friend, Ryuzo. Surrender and answer for your crimes, for both our sakes. I can't. Ryuzo draws his sword, and the two meet one final time. He is no match. Ryuzo dies, saying Jin's name and pleading. Jin's eyes are empties when he delivers the final blow.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't even get like a closure moment between the two of them.
Yeah.
That's-
Jin just doesn't give him the chance.
A lot of characters die without getting to say their final things. Taka died that way. Tell Yun.
Yeah, tell you.
Well, I feel like Taka still got a moment of closure in that it felt like he went out being very true to himself and being very thing. And even though he never got to say it to her, that almost felt like at least a story closure. Like not inherently a closure to him as a character, but like a story closure. Whereas this feels very, they didn't have their moment together to really be like, this just feels very, Jin has truly become
The ghost.
and will put anything to the side, including his lifelong friend.
I mean, Ryuzo arguably deserved it more than most.
Well, he did it to himself.
I think maybe
is the
also,
argument.
especially as a character who was such a constant through line through this whole game, this death didn't feel as impactful as I thought it should have been.
fair.
That's fair enough.
It felt a bit, and then he's here for another time to see him, and he's dead this time.
I mean, if it helps, Chase, I forgot Ryuzo exists before this lore dump, and I've played the game.
I'm
that's
not
not
sure.
a weakness
Have you
necessarily,
just been
but-
hyping him up more than he is in like the game proper?
No,
he's felt like
definitely
a very
he's our
central
B
character.
tier villain. He's
B
our
tier villain.
He's,
Yeah,
our,
he's felt like a very central. He's felt like almost the more emotional core villain.
he sort of is another lens into rejecting samurai code.
Yeah.
In that, like his rejection is ultimately the last time they meet, kind of what seals his fate.
If this was Yakuza, he'd be on the rooftop at the end. But this isn't Yakuza. So
I'm curious again in another just historical questions on history, which was maybe a question for way earlier.
Maybe that's a segment we could do.
Yeah. I'm going to say it anyway right now anyway.
Yeah.
questions on history.
Fuck your pacing. I love you lots.
That hasn't been around for a while.
No, I'm mainly just curious what like the general thoughts on Ronin versus Samurai were in terms of like the general populace. In terms of, like, were they really seen that much differently, or were they kind of just?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cops
really
versus vigilantes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think their Ronin could be more like an army for hire sometimes.
Yeah, I'm also just I feel curious, kind of trying to compare it to a modern lens where mercenaries like the Ronin were a lot more common back then. I know the mercenaries still technically exist these days. I feel like
I don't think there's much in comparing. Like it's so everything is so different.
It's also
culturally and
just I'm very curious.
Oh, fair enough. You were going to.
If anybody wants to recommend me some history books,
absolutely, please do.
Stick them in the comments.
Will I read them? I'll certainly buy them.
Can you,
and then put them on a shelf.
Can you please? I forget to do this. Can you please like and subscribe? Please do that.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Ring a bell.
Fucking subscribe for God's sake.
Oh, we love you all. No, we need a ding sound effect for the bell.
Sorry, ding. I don't think we have it. Move on.
Yes, serious. We're back into serious mode. Outside, Mongol soldiers lie choking on their blood, and Yuna treads through the castle.
What a transition.
Yes.
Straight to choking.
No way for me to do that delicately. Lord Shimura and his men enter the empty fort, his face a picture of disgust. He mercy kills a dying man in front of him and turns his gaze on his nephew. The castle is yours. The Khan marches north and we can head him off. You defied me. I did what I had to for them. Is this how you want to be remembered? Yuna steps in. He defended us by spreading fear and chaos. You are acting like the enemy, Jin. This is not our way. The Shogun will demand the head. But it does not have to be yours. I know she drove you to this. Uncle, renounce the ghost. You must blame her for this outrage. Tell them you are Jin Shimura, loyal servant to the Shogun, my heir, my son. He holds out his hand, adoption papers outstretched.
Yeah. Actually?
Yeah. Because the Shogun has signed it off now.
What a weird time to bring the papers themselves.
He clearly just had them on him.
They're so important. You're not going to leave them at camp.
I couldn't tell whether you were being like hyperbolic with.
Oh no,
and
it's
he hands him the
serious. Like, you are my son. Look.
Yeah.
There's a pause. Jin looks at him. I am not your son.
Oh.
I am the ghost. Shimura is fighting back tears, and you will be judged for it.
Oh Jesus!
As the Shogun's men advance, Jin passes his sword to Yuna. Find the Khan. Go. Shimura drops the papers, burning them in a fire, as Jin surrenders to the Shogun's men in front of him.
Sad.
Yeah. Sad. Days pass as Jin sits in a cell awaiting judgment. One day we are disturbed by a familiar voice. Lord Shimura asked me to deliver sake, a reward for helping retake his home. Kenji charms the guard, who doesn't want to miss out on sweet, sweet sake, and he heads off to the other room to drink it. Guard dealt with, Kenji springs us free. Jin isn't sure. If he runs, he won't be able to unite the people against the Khan, because of this division now between him and his uncle. But, says Kenji, if you stay, he'll ship you to the mainland for judgment. Your people need you. Yuna needs you. She's up north, tracking the Khan through the frozen wastes. She's waiting for the ghost. Oh, there's lovely Kenji. We sneak away, and our horse gets killed by the Shogun's men as we're trying to leave the castle. Our honorable Nobu dies, carrying us away.
It's hard for me to really care too much about horse deaths after Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
When that is the horse death.
I just every subsequent playthrough, I bought a horse right before the final stretch that I wouldn't care about so much for it to die, so that my horse presumably could go back out into the wilderness. Quick tip there. We link up with Yuna in the frozen north, and she returns our gear. The Khan's remaining army, as you can see, have carved a burning wound through the heart of this region, and many of its people have been killed or displaced. As Lord Shimura's army slowly considers marching north, Jin is there in the shadows. He and his allies striking the Mongol army and vanishing to their hidden base in the mountains. We get this cool temple base on a kind of ice lake. Masako, Norio, Kenji, Ishikawa all come north to join the Ghost campaign. Yuna has connections in the mountains, a nomadic group of archers led by her ex. Jin teases that the man seemed excited to see Yuna, but she says that was a long time ago. Masako has tracked down her sister Hana. Oh, here we are at our base. Chilling. And here's the gang, all here to help us. I was thinking about, is this like the seven samurai? But I realized that there's 6 of us.
What is the 7?
But we're missing Taka.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dead body drop.
Dead body next to them. Yeah, there's
Wait,
dead body.
is the 7 samurai? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
7 Samurai.
Samurai. Kira Kurosawa's probably the most influential film of its genre, particularly because it inspired the Western genre. So from that, you got The Magnificent Seven and a bunch of American Western films.
God,
the
yeah.
idea of a band of 7 strangers, all with different personalities, having to come together to save the day.
I think I've never probably thought of it. Yeah, Western films do really feel like the Western version of samurai. I've never really thought about it that way, but that does feel very thematically samurai.
Well, for
100%.
this game, Kurosawa was a major inspiration to the point that you get Kurosawa mode.
Yeah.
Do you
can,
really?
You can trigger a setting where everything is in black and white and it's all Japanese. There's no
That's very cool.
English dubbing.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Actually, I think the Japanese is technically the dubbing in this game, isn't it? Because I think it was originally recorded in English.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's becoming a more
Well, it's made by a Western developer.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to. That does make sense. I was more like it's becoming a bit of a more common trend for the primary language for even games made in Japan to be English.
Which is good for us.
It is. It's just very interesting and a little bit sad that the companies feel like they need to market to the English for like Final Fantasy 16 was like that, which then makes Game made by Square Enix, famously Japanese company. And it makes the Japanese dub feel just ever so slightly a bit wonky as a result. And it's just curious that things have moved that way.
Absolutely. As we welcome our allies to the camp and back to the fight, we find Masako praying to her ancestors. But when asked what they are telling her, she says she can't hear them. Jin says perhaps they are silent because they know that they can't do what Masako must. She has no more prayers to make. The cruelty of her sister's betrayal must be repaid. Lady Hana, Masako's older sister, married a man named Ikeda, a retainer for a clan in the north. Hana always wanted her own estate, and with her clansmen dying at Komoda Beach, Masako thinks she must now have exactly what she wanted. Apparently, Hana has turned the estate into a haven for refugees, claiming she knows what it's like to lose her home too. Jin asks why it was Masako, the younger sister, who got to marry the samurai Lord Adachi. Why, when she was young, Masako had single-handedly driven off a group of bandits to defend her home. So impressed with this was Lord Adachi that big heart eyes popped out of his head and he went, awooga.
Jin says, is that French?
Jin and Masako make their way to the estate.
Go back. I know what I've been this entire game going, her armor reminds me of something. It's like Egyptian beaded outfits. Specifically that shade of blue. That shade of blue is very much giving what you see a lot in like Egyptian beaded outfits and the way that the beaded reads.
Her sword skin is beautiful. It's a beautiful color.
Yeah. I just really like the color, but the color didn't make me think I'm like, this reminds me of something. The whole game.
Yeah.
Anyway, side comment.
Jin and Masako make their way to the estate. Sure enough, there are refugees from the war being allowed to stay here, but Masako scoffs, saying Hana only thinks of herself. They must have an ulterior motive. She calls out to her sister, and the pair are attacked by samurai. They are no match for our late-game character. Mm-hmm. Inside, Masako confronts her older sister. You let me think I buried you. Who was it really? Some peasant woman killed by the Mongols, she says. Did you weep for me? You've taken everything. Daughters and grandchildren, says Hana. Not nearly enough. The Mongols robbed me of Adachi's death, and you cheated yours. But finally I will take everything. She unleashes more swordsmen on us, but again, no biggie at this stage. Masako has her sister pinned to the floor. You murdered my children, my grandchildren, destroyed my family. Small price to pay for what you've done. You stole everything, took the life that was rightfully mine, left me with that abusive drunk in this frozen land. Jesus. You would have to suffer an eternity of pain to understand the life I've lived, the life you forced on me. Masako says none of that was her fault, but Hana damns her for acting like it isn't. You've come to kill me, so finish this. It will be your only kindness. I can't end your suffering, says Masako, but you can. Masako hands her a knife. Hana stares at her sister, hate in her eyes. Now you have nothing, and stabs herself in the chest as Masako watches, tears in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Later, as Hana's body burns on a pyre, Masako confesses to Jin, I never mourned my family. I've tried to honor them, meditate on treasured memories, but she consumes them. Even now, I've nothing left. No, says Jin, you've accomplished what you set out to do. You've honored your family, given them justice. Now you can find peace. This path does not lead to peace. Where does it lead? I don't know. I have to continue walking it to find out. Jin doesn't want her to go, but she says she must, but she will return when we need her.
Queen.
End of the tale of Lady
It's
Masako.
little ropes. It's little ropes.
It's a good ending. I really like it. I really like that it's that she doesn't exact that final act of revenge, but as the player, you still get the satisfaction of watching Lady Hana die because, you know, she did kill kids.
Yeah.
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 One of my favorite characters.
She's great.
Masako.
Masako's great.
Good. Glad you like it.
No, Hannah. No, Hannah. No, Hannah. No.
The Khan is gathering his ships.
A weird pause. Now that I'm seeing a close up to revisit my swinger miss opinions. Now that I'm seeing the little
Headband.
yeah, well, more specifically, now that I'm seeing like a little bit of hair falling out the headband, a little bit of scruff.
Yeah.
I don't hate it as much as I did in the far out zoom.
There you go.
view.
I think that takes it to a strong swing.
I think it's up to a strong swing now that I'm seeing a bit more close up. Correct, yes. I do still think the Family Armor is better, but a stronger swing than it was.
The Khan is gathering his warships. Before long, his next move will be to attack the mainland. As Yuna and Jin make their way across the landscape, they see the Mongols have clearly learned well from the ghost and have been picking the same flowers Jin uses to make his poison. His poison theoretically saved thousands, but what now if it kills thousands more? Arriving at a camp, they find barrels and barrels of the flower. One barrel alone could kill hundreds, he says. They cannot let the Khan leave the mainland. Yuna and Jin observe from a lighthouse. Much of the Khan's army and supplies are stationed in a town by the sea, a port town. This is where they will launch their attack on the mainland, and with their explosives, manpower, and poison, the shogunate could fall. The ships will come to the base soon, but the waves are deathly still. There's a storm coming, Jin realizes. The ghost will use this to his advantage. The plan is simple. Yuna will steal the Mongol fire weapons, a small force will distract the soldiers, and Jin will sneak into the port town and kill the Khan. Jin realizes they might need more fighters. His uncle will join if he asks, he's sure. They both want the same thing, the Khan dead. Jin will write a message and leave it in his quarters. He can be out of there before the Shogun's men ever know he was there. On his way to...
So are they officially an opposing force to the Shogun's forces?
I mean, the Shogun has wants the ghost dead. Yeah.
Okay.
And, the Jito of this island is loyal to the Shogun.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to organize my thoughts.
Totally fair.
This game's very ADHD unfriendly.
I find it crazy that you're struggling with factions here when we have 3 compared to Yakuza's 20.
Yeah, but I feel like Yakuza is a lot more streamlined in that it has side quests, sure, but they're never important to the main plot. Whereas this one keeps branching off into.
I will say, because this is the only game we've had to invest in notepads to keep track of people. Anyway,
I kind of feel like this one needed one, and I should have been taking notes the whole time, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Jin wants to kill the Khan.
On the way to his uncle's castle, Jin has a flashback. A day he ran away from home. His uncle tracked him down outside the castle walls and asked why Jin ran away. Ryuzo said you'd get rid of me as soon as you had a son of your own. Jin, come here. Your friend is wrong. The path ahead may take a lifetime, but I will walk it with you always. He puts a hand on his nephew's shoulder.
Oh.
How has it gone so wrong? Jin leaves a message in Shimura's room and bolts. Lord Shimura reads the note. Uncle, forgive me for not facing you in person. The Khan's fleet has gathered in Port Izumi. His ships are loaded with poison that will devastate the Shogun's army. When the next storm arrives, I plan to kill the Khan and sink his fleet. I ask that you join me. I hope we can meet again, if not as father and son, then as warriors who have walked different paths. Whatever you believe I have become, I will always be your family. Jin.
We like Jin.
Yeah, oh, that's a cool shot.
That is a very cool shot.
That's a Batman shot.
It is. It's so interesting how much he gives Batman vibes.
But
He's
very much not, though, is he? He's
no, it's different, but the vibes. I see the parallels.
Jin readies his small band of ghostlings, having to leave the trust that his uncle will aid his forces. He and Yuna speak on the eve of the final offensive. They've come a long way since she pulled him off Commodore Beach.
They better fucking kiss.
You were so heavy I could barely drag you, she said. Had to strip you half naked to reach town.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be here without you, Yuna. I can't lose you, Jin. After everything we've been through, everyone we've lost. Jin says his catchphrase, I have to stop the Khan.
That's not his catchphrase.
No.
It's honor.
Well, not anymore.
Yes. Where is Lord Shooter?
My honor.
My batteries have fallen out. I know no more honor.
The Khan actually cut his string. No, when he got in his fight with his uncle's like, you don't deserve this string.
I think we didn't address it at the time. It got a little reaction, which I was glad about. But if you ever find a TikTok edit of this game, the phrase that really sticks out to people is "honor died on the beach." That's which he says to his uncle earlier when he says, "You know, you have no honor," and he says, "Honor died on the beach." That's a lot of people's that's the moment he's acknowledged that actually. That this isn't important anymore. What's important is we win.
Yeah.
And the escalation of war. I love the plot point that the Khan is now inspired by his methods.
Yeah,
like that's so good. Yeah.
So he says he has to stop the Khan. No, you don't. Yuna says we could find a boat. She gets close. Sail somewhere quiet while your uncle fights his samurai war. Do you really want that? He asks her. No, she admits. If I fall, Jin says, promise me you'll keep fighting. You're a real bastard, Jin Sakai. They sit in the snow together just a little longer. At Port Izumi, the wind is beginning to pick up. This is it, their only chance. Kenji has the siege weapon stolen by Yuna, ready to fire on the Mongol fleet. Masako, here we go. Masako has set up explosive traps and archers on the roof, ready to surprise the army as they charge the ghostlings. Jin thanks them all. Yuna says there's still no sign of Lord Shimura, and the storm is not waiting, so neither are we. Yuna fires off a signal arrow, and the attack begins. Flaming fireworks rain down on the port, and Jin begins to cut his way through the advancing waves. Since the Khan isn't here at the front gate, Yuna decides she needs to leave a frontal assault on the main castle to buy Jin enough time to hunt down Mr. Khan. Jin says she'll be killed, but Yuna has come this far. She's not turning back now. Jin tells her, you are all the bravest warriors I've ever known. Jin sneaks his way through the stronghold.
Shout out to MK Ice and Fire. Your playthroughs are legitimately helpful.
Oh, you will be, forever. I think all of us have used MK Ice and Fire at points.
I've not yet, but I'm 99% sure that's who I'm using for Yakuza 7.
Yeah, fantastic. Shout out to you. Shout out to Santos from the WWE video. Jin sneaks his way through the stronghold, the soldiers distracted by the antics of the ghosties at the gate. Just as Jin spies Koten Khan across a yard, a horn blows outside the wall. Jin's jaw drops as he sees... There he's seen the Khan. Jin's jaw drops as he sees his uncle and an army of samurai advancing through the main gates. For Tsushima! Shimura tells his men, no mercy! Jin smiles to himself and heads after Special K.
Loving how he's only starting to get nicknames in the last battle.
I was speeding up.
We've established that he's scary. Now we can make fun of him.
And he's back in his badass armor, though.
Looking almost uncertain, the Khan waits for us. On a field of ice, Jin confronts his mortal foe. The Khan takes a drink of milk and gestures around him.
Milky boy.
All this death because you and your uncle would not surrender. I offered you peace and you chose war. Now, he holds up a pouch of poison. The people of your mainland will suffer. Jin stares across at the Khan. You will never leave this island. The camera cuts back and forth. Between their eyes, the ghost and the warlord locked together. Neither will have forgotten their last fight, but Jin has unlocked a lot of stuff on the skill tree since then.
I love that. I'm not sure if you intended. Neither of them will have forgotten their last fight, and then you zoom in on him with his scar.
Yeah, that was a mistake. A happy accident, we'll call it.
And unrelated as well. Now that we're seeing his cool armor again, the Mongols give the Rohirrim.
They are horse lords.
They are horse people, yeah.
Horse lords.
Yeah, the Rohirrim are cooler, but that's fine.
The Khan is fierce,
Sick soundtrack. Continue.
swinging his fearsome double-edged halberd with lightning quickness, but the ghost has a few tricks of his own. I defeated you before. You sound afraid, Jin tells him. Covered in blood, Jin rounds on the man, sword raised, before Khotan throws a bag of powder in his face, blinding him temporarily. Two hulking guards emerge, and Khan bolts for his ship. Classic boss battle move. Jin makes chase towards the now burning fleet. The Khan stands at the helm of one of his ships. Deck full of soldiers. Jin jumps into the middle of them, wiping his sword clean, as if to say, come ahead then, big man.
I do love his signature move, the lift in the arm. Looks like
So cool.
Yeah.
What armor is this? This is a new armor?
No, this is a ghost armor.
Yeah, it's just dyed all
A
black.
different dye, maybe.
Just
But
looks
yeah.
cool. Badass.
We fight through the ship, pushing the Khan further and further back. He drops his spear, staggering back, and we get button prompts on the screen. Heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack. Blow after blow, Jin smashes his shield aside. The Khan gasps, after me, another will come. Jin drives
Got a lot of siblings.
Jin drives his sword through the torso of the giant, pinning him to the mast of the ship.
Nice.
We will be remembered forever. No, Jin says, you will be forgotten. Jin pulls the sword free and cuts his freaking head off.
Very cool.
The Khan is dead.
Fantastic.
The mask of the ghost lies on the beach, where it is picked up by Yuna. She looks up to see Jin staggering towards her. This is yours, she says, and takes the mask.
I'm just noting, the Ken is dead. Somehow to me, that didn't feel like a final boss battle. I feel like we're not done here.
It
does.
You are facing him
Okay.
across multiple ships. I can't promise that I've done it full justice. We have post game to go through.
Oh, I know.
But, yes.
There was a thought in my head that's like, we're not gonna have to fight. We're not gonna be able to kill Shimura, right?
No, Yuna's the final boss. Look at her.
Oh no!
He
was
takes
a
the
Mongol
mask
the whole time.
He takes the mask, leaning on Yuna
Actually, Unicon.
as the two walk away together. That was 4 times in a sentence. Later, I'm only teasing. Later, Jin and Yuna ride together through the snows. They discuss clearing the remaining Mongols from the island and the new lives they could start after. Yuna has somewhat lost herself in all of this and wonders who she even is now. A few weeks ago, she was a thief trying to start a new life for she and Taka. Jin says she can bring hope to people, fear to the Mongols. This new life of being hunted by samurai doesn't sound great, but Jin says if anyone can change the samurai's minds, it's her. Yuna says she feels alone without Taka, but Jin says she will always have him. A ghost, she says. You belong to everyone. After the battle, Shimura sent Yuna a message. He wants to meet Jin by the still waters under the red leaf tree, where they used to spar when Jin was a child. Yuna offers to come, but Jin needs to do this alone. He heads to the beach in Omi village and waits for his uncle. There's a smile in Shimura's voice when he sees us. Jin, uncle, I wasn't sure you would come. I wanted to talk with you. If we work together, we can drive off the remaining Mongols, start rebuilding our home. That is not your duty. The Shogun has disbanded Clan Sakai.
Oop.
As of today, you are no longer samurai. Jin looks down. Oh yeah, this is the little title card you get for some of the missions. Jin looks down, gutted. I have sacrificed everything for my people, and I would do it again. New samurai are coming to replace those we lost. They will occupy your land and estate. I have to say goodbye to my home. Ride with me. We ride through Omi together and talk. Shimura will remain the Jito of Tsushima. He wanted to do all of this with Jin as his son. Jin says he could always remarry, start another family. They come across a merchant whose cart has a broken wheel. Shimura suggests they stop and help the man. He's kind of buried in the mud. It's not broken wheel at all. Don't know why I wrote that. The merchant says he's going to Joguka. The ghost's army is there. He has an army? Jin asks, surprised. You didn't hear? The merchant says he'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a sword at their back. He'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a storm at their back. Burn all their homes to the ground. An impressive goal, says Shimura. That is everything I can offer them, pointing to his cart. Then we'll see you on your way, says Shimura. They get him moving again. Here we are. Jin says he has no idea what the merchant was talking about. Shimura says, not here. Follow me. As they continue through the village, Shimura tells Jin that more and more, every day, people flock to his cause. The shogun is concerned. Shimura is concerned. When the new clans arrive, will these people bow to their samurai or betray them in the name of the ghost? Jin won't let that happen. They'll listen to me. You openly defied me, Jin. My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your followers will obey you? They head together through the graveyard of their respected families. They bow together, sharing a silent prayer. Oh, it's so pretty.
The fucking colors. So good.
I will miss this, says Jin. The Jito's response is a whisper. So will I. The shogun has declared you a traitor. He ordered you to kill me. The ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders, to defend themselves with poison. A gift you gave to our enemy. I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives. You have no honor. And you are a slave to it. Red leaves whirl about them in the gentle breeze.
That's my line of the game.
Oh, yeah. You have no honor and you are a slave to it.
Yeah.
You were my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family. And the head is the cost. And my head is the cost. Taking it is my punishment. There are tears streaking down Shimura's face now. Our final day together. Oh, here we go. Our final day together is beautiful. He hands Jin some paper to write the last words of Clan Sakai. And Clan Shimura, says Jin. They head to opposite ends of the dueling ground and kneel. Poor Uncle Shimura is weeping a lot here, as you can see. Jin writes a poem. Eyes that saw my pain. A fate neither of us want. This is where we part.
Do we choose
Yes,
this
we
in
do.
gameplay? Yeah, like the haikus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Jin sees himself as a child in the same place. His uncle consoling him as he cries. Your parents will always be with you. Yes, uncle. A gentle hand on his shoulder. I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready? We cut back to the present day. I am ready. Both men stand and draw their swords. Duty compelling them, honor drawing them in like a black hole. Training is over. Let me go in peace, Jen begs as their swords clash together. The wounds you dealt, Shimura tells him, to my spirit will never heal. Killing me will only make them worse. That is not my revenge. That is my punishment.
Yeah, this is the final boss battle I wanted. This feels like the culminative what I wanted.
Yeah. Shimura is no match for the man he trained. He collapses to the floor with a scream. Rising up again, he charges at us before Jin cuts through his center with one quick strike. On his knees.
Dead, is he?
Not quite. No,
Thank God.
He's cut down though.
I was about to say, I feel like that would have been the ghost has finally gone too far if he killed his uncle.
On his knees, Shimura makes one last request. Honor me with a warrior's death. And at this point, Jin can choose what to do. As the player, we can choose what
Are
to
we
do.
getting the choice, or are you have you
To
decided?
honor his uncle's request and kind of show him one last bit of honor as he kills him as a warrior, or to spare him.
Spare.
That's so interesting.
I don't see that as honor.
That's from Shimura's perspective, it's the bad ending.
I do see.
But What's your call?
I mean, I would go spare.
Shimura wants to die right now.
I'm aware he does, but
Yeah.
I can't see either of them as bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see dying and then leaving your people on your own as honorable. Especially when Jin can't take care of them. The Shogun's against them. You know, him dying here would mean, the people are fucked. That's not honorable to me.
Is the implication
that
if Jin leaves, that his uncle will be stripped of his titles effectively and his land?
Not necessarily. He just wants to die now.
Right.
He wants a warrior's death. He was defeated in battle. The honorable thing is the thing that will,
To finish the fight.
Yeah. Like I can't. Maybe I'm seeing this much more from Jin's perspective. I just can't see it as honorable to kill him, and I think that it would be too far for Jin to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jin is willing to do a lot for his people, but I think ultimately at the end of the day, Jin is doing this for his people, and I think he would go.
So we're sparing,
especially as somebody who this whole time has been like, my uncle is the only way to fix all of your problems. For him to now be like, nah, boy. Jin wouldn't do this because it would in no way benefit the people. So spare. Are you agreed?
Oh, I disagree. I killed him in my playthrough, but and I'll just explain why. For me, I think
should
we go with.
Should we do it first?
Do it, yeah, and then we can talk about mine.
On his knees, Shimura makes one last request. Honor me. Jin kneels down in front of his uncle. I have no honor, but I will not kill my family. The ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
He would be anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Jin bows to his uncle. Holding up the mask, he puts it on and walks away. The end. Credits.
Oh, is this legitimately just
The final scene. Yeah.
Yep,
It would leave a bitter taste in my mouth if I killed him at the end.
Yeah.
Personally.
it's fair enough.
But do explain your reasoning.
Oh, my reasoning was simple. It's like I think that there is no wrong ending there. It's a case of it's mercy. He wants it. He asks for it. And it's Jin doing his uncle one last favor. That's the way I read it in the moment. Again, it's just about. I think that the spare ending is more thematically relevant, but the kill ending for me was. I think
Spare
this is a
ending, he's
gorgeous
almost
ending.
I think you could. Some people see it as him accepting he is the ghost now forever.
Yeah. I think in the end, to me, is I'm thinking of like the farther reaching consequences of the action and what, especially on the people and what Jin would decide. And there is nothing good that comes from him killing other than, yay, he got to keep his honor. I guess everything else is a bad outcome from it.
Totally. It's less about Jin's honor because you're right. Like I don't see.
Oh
him
no,
killing
I meant his uncle's honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the gift of this matters to you.
The
and
gift
I
of
will
that
give
matters to
this
him,
you.
but fuck every single other person on this island if I kill
fair
him.
enough.
I think
It's a
you
fair
got to
reading.
remember how much people's honor was valued and that it was almost you did value it more than his life. Certainly, I agree with you. Far-reaching implications.
He personally did, but Jin put his people's honor before his own.
Yeah.
And all of the I think
Yeah, you're right. This is the ghost path. This is what the ghost has no need for his own honor or for his uncle's idea of honor.
Neil, you're the dumper. What did you pick first playthrough?
I killed him.
You
First
killed him as
playthrough,
well.
I killed him.
Yeah.
I'm curious if I would, having played through it,
It felt like maybe
think differently.
there
just
was
feels like
never
the
going
right
to be
thing to
room
do.
for both of them in the island going forward. And this way at least he keeps his honor.
I think it would be one thing if you killed him and then Jin would take the place as the Jito, but he wouldn't because that would put the entire island against the
He'll
Shogunate.
live as a fugitive for the rest of his life.
He's going to in either case, so I think he would just ultimately do what's better for the people.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the fact that? Well, sorry, Neil. Do you have anything left for us?
No, that's us. I mean, if we choose to kill Lord Shimura, do you want to know, or would you rather play it yourself and figure it out?
No, tell me. I will play this eventually, but I'm very curious.
If you do choose to kill him, Jin cries and tells his uncle that I will make sure you're remembered as a great warrior, a wise leader, and a father. And he says, "Thank you, my son." And both men cry, and Shimura tells him to find him in the next life. And Jin promises he will and drives a knife through him. And the game ends with him screaming and holding his uncle.
Yeah.
That's not satisfying to me in any way.
And we cut to
They're
credits.
both
That's it.
heartbreaking endings.
They are. I do agree. They're bittersweet either way. I find no resolution in the killing of one. That feels
That's
like it
fair.
kind of spits a little bit in the face of everything else
Yeah,
to me.
That's fair
But
enough.
again, I'm very curious if I would feel differently playing through it.
I'm keen to know what you feel about this game.
This is great. You had set this game up like it was going to be dry, boring. I've had a great time with this game.
I think that's a testament to you, though, because you were surgical with what you cut.
I do love a good historical epic, especially one where you get to really roleplay into it. I love a good historical basis epic, and this is very good. It's very good in how at least seemingly historically accurate it is compared to Shadow. Yeah. I've had a good time.
These are all fictional people. Shadows had real people.
It certainly did. And they were certainly doing their real thing.
You'll never catch me defending Ubisoft in other circumstances.
Is that really a defense, even? That's just more just a fact.
What do you think about the... So I love this game. I think it's a great game. I also think it's a very good video game story. And I think I'm emphasizing video game story there rather than story.
I think it's a good story as well.
And I don't disagree with you. And again, Neil was surgical with cuts in a really good way. Because I was curious going into this whether or not I would love the story more or like it less, hearing it dumped with no gameplay.
Because the gameplay is by far the best part of this
100%.
game. The
world.
It's great to play.
I think it fully makes sense why this game is as hyped as it is.
It is structured as a video, like the narrative is structured as a video game. My biggest criticism of Tsushima's story is not really a big criticism, but it's Princess in Another Castle syndrome. It's got 3 acts. Each act ends with, and the can got away again.
The first 2 acts are literally kicking the can out of a castle.
Into another castle. Which is fine. It's just, I was curious if I would feel that drag being dumped on. I didn't feel that drag, but I think that's because of your surgical cuts.
Well, I appreciate that. Pretty much the whole main story is in here. Nothing really got cut from the main story at all.
It's now got me so curious for Yotei, which... Like, I really enjoyed this. This has me really, really hyped for Yotei. But I also know, at least from the third party, because I know nothing about the story of Yotei either. The extent, I feel like I know a touch more about Yotei purely just because I'm a fan of Erika Ishii. And so I saw a lot of the backlash against her against them specifically, unfortunately. But I do know that people didn't inherently receive Yotei overall as well as this one. And I'm just curious to see why.
I believe that Tsushima's story is significantly better. And I don't mean as in Yotei's story is bad. I cried at the end of Tsushima. I didn't cry at the end of Yotei. Now, Neil, as the dumper, not to speak for you, I know that you feel much stronger about Yotei's story. I think you like Yotei's story more than me.
No, more than you, perhaps.
Yeah, more than me. I think we're both aligned that Tsushima's top dog.
I think Tsushima is great because it shows that you can do something really simple really well. It's not got a million different layers. It's just, a bit of an exploration of what honor means to different people. And you set up a conflict very early on. You can tell what the thematic conflict's going to be, and it does it well.
I'm very curious where the Ghost, since it's a Ghost franchise, is because I feel like Ghost as a thing felt very intrinsically tied to like this game and to Jin's story and to him as a character. And I'm not like, well, how are we going to tie Ghost specifically into Yotei without just the same thing?
Good question.
And I'm also very curious. I know Yotei is not a sequel.
No, not really, no.
I know that it is a detached story. Is there any reference to Tsushima in Yotei, or are they fully disconnected?
Yes.
Fully disconnected?
No, there is reference.
Okay.
Not directly, not important, not in the story, but we will obviously cover that.
I feel like part of it is in my brain, and I know I'm trying not to inherently go, in my brain, I am very much kind of in a way seeing this as Assassin's Creed done right, quote unquote.
It's not. I don't want to discredit the developers, but there's a reason people say that. It is the gameplay is a lot better. It's more combat focused than
but because I have kind of that little bit of a bias in my head, I think that where my brain is going is, does Jin go off and found an organization that Erika Ishii's character later is a part of, and that's how we're going to because he found
I
the
won't
ghosts.
Spoil anything.
I don't think that's going to be it. I'm very curious to see how Yotei ties to Tsushima, but I feel like my bias of thinking this is better Assassin's Creed is like, and now we're going to get the Assassin's Order, but instead it is the Ghosts, and Jin has co-founded the Ghosts, and Erika Ishii's character will be a ghost, and that's how we're going to tie the name Ghost to every game. And I don't know how it's going to tie in.
That's interesting.
That's just, I don't think that's going to actually be it. That's just where my brain would go off of I have no clue otherwise how Ghost will carry forward and how Yotei will be tied.
We'll find out.
I'm very curious.
In a couple of months' time.
Yeah. I'm very excited for Yotei. I'm very, very excited. This was very good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Very well done.
Thank you.
I enjoyed this a lot.
Excellent.
So the Ghost DLC will not be our next episode.
No.
We are doing something else because Neil needs time to do the rest of the series.
Is it a significantly chunky DLC then? Okay, fair enough.
But
It's
in the
not
meantime,
super long.
here's a little tease of what comes next.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Mon ami.
Ho ho ho, baguettes.
Jesus Christ.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!